Oh,
Did you go get the
it
map?
seems to be content and stuff. Is things happening?
Let me check.
Hey, Arlen, you got a new avatar. I'm proud of you.
Oh, hey, look at
Yes.
that.
I like your clock. Very good. It's like Back to the Future, right?
No, it's a picture I took in France.
Oh, miss, I traveled around the world, took my own Back to the Future picture. I don't just copy stuff off
Yeah.
the internet.
No.
We are live, folks.
Woohoo.
However, I can tell real quick is Spiral. At least I am way louder than you are. You're very quiet.
Well, that's because last time you guys told me I was so loud, so I turned myself down a lot.
Yeah,
Let's do
I
some volume
understand.
testing right now. Like everybody's got to talk,
Yeah.
and
He's
whoever's
over by the
watching,
heater. He likes
whoever's
to lay on it.
whoever's watching needs to tell me, because if I turn on the stream, it's just going to be feedback like crazy.
Right. So yeah, exactly. I was thinking, here's what I do. We all talk, and then we'll say silent. I'll listen to it on YouTube, and then we'll be able to adjust it from there.
Right. So
And then theoretically, we'll be good for every other stream after, as long as no one messes with the volumes too much.
So
Okay.
All right. So how about everyone start talking? Like not all at once. We'll just take turns. So I'm talking now, and then how about Sib? You talk next.
Sib, what's your favorite part of the
Okay.
campaign so far?
Yeah.
Except for, I guess I can't call you Sib. That's weird.
Yeah, that's a little odd. But my favorite part of the campaign so far is not dying. That's my favorite.
That's
part.
not a
Oh,
favorite part.
that's
of
some
the game.
low expectations. I need to turn her. I need to turn her up, right?
Probably. Laura and Blue, if you could talk as well.
Hello.
That was off. You guys talk louder than that. Don't give me this. There. That
Well,
was
you
better.
put her on the spot, and
You
No, I
put
know,
me
so-
on the spot, and also I'm trying not to die.
she is trying not to
So-
die. I can verify that.
How come they're not like screams of panic and chaos and things like that?
Because I'm used to this state of being.
Yeah,
Quick,
I've you guys
someone's making.
cranked. I can't get
Quick,
them any
someone's
louder.
making. All right. So it looks like. It looks like I'm the only one that's really loud. Everyone else is fairly close. Also, Spiral, to let you know, the window is small into the upper left.
I was gonna use
Dut, 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 dut.
use what?
Is that?
Mouse?
See, it gets.
wood thing.
Everyone on the stream,
it-
bear with us. This is our first live stream, so we're
Oh, we're live
working
right
out the
now?
kinks. Oh yeah, we are
Well,
totally live right
I
now.
mean, yeah,
Oh.
but it's like a test thing.
Testing,
much
testing,
better.
1, 2,
that's
3.
that's. Oh wow,
I
yeah,
see
that's
what's
much
going on
better.
here. The thing is, like, why is it not matching the dimensions of the damn whatever? There's a black bit. Oh, it's not broadcasting my taskbar. That's why. That's why. I guess I could auto hide the taskbar. I love my taskbar. I don't want to hide it. Okay, I'll hide the taskbar. Ah,
You are so fussy. Here you go.
oh my taskbar has all my stuff on it. I like my stuff.
No, I think I don't think they were saying you were fussy.
Oh,
I think they were talking to each other.
Oh no, I'm giving her shit. Yeah.
there is it. That's like
It's a
full
big
screen now,
sketchbook.
right?
Yeah, it looks like it is.
But if I minimize the window, it's not. That's funny because
yeah,
you guys didn't notice any of the recording sessions like that? They might have been
no, all the recording sessions were perfect.
like full screen. Well, that's really
Yeah.
unusual.
Yeah.
Because it
Yeah.
was often. Well, anyway, it doesn't matter. Okay, so I have to leave this full screen now.
Oh, and I
I
remember
have two
just letting you know, I did remember to edit out the Google Docs and stuff.
Yeah,
it was
that's-
easy to remember because you named it. Edit out the Google Docs.
you told me to.
Yeah, I know.
Just I can follow
Which
directions.
is good because I never would have remembered
Yeah,
otherwise.
no kidding. I need to refill my drink. Should I just stop this and we'll start again in a minute?
I was literally going to no.
Just leave it going?
Guys, yeah. Because even if you stopped it for a minute and started again, it's just going to connect it together anyway. So everyone on the stream, just give us a few more minutes. We're letting people trickle in. Amuse yourselves. We're going to fill our drinks. We'll be right back.
Beauty.
Oh, yeah, drink. I'm missing that.
Haha! I'm back. Did you all miss me? I'm just going to assume that the chat is screaming yes in one loud voice.
Why would they want to do that?
Because they missed me. Because they speak the truth, Sib.
I'm not sure that they miss you, but that's okay.
Well, you know,
I
it's
felt
fine.
bored.
You never were the most perceptive.
Oh well. I had apparently a low perception roll in real life.
And the weird part is you only got one. Then you had to stick with that roll for like the whole rest of your life. It's like, are we supposed to re-roll these every time? No.
No.
That's a
No.
2.
Yeah.
Don't I get to improve or level up? Sure, but like when you're 60 something?
Level 60. That'd be a strong D&D character.
Yeah. Are we caught up now? Yeah.
Not even
yeah,
close.
Well, yeah, close. So here's the thing. You haven't missed a lot, but what you have missed is pretty cool. I'm going to do a recap once everyone's back.
Wait, how much are you recapping?
From
recapping the last like 3 ass whoopings.
no. Specifically, just from one to the other, no context.
That's
Okay.
really all you need to know. Those are just kind of the bright points in us trying to be diplomatic.
No, the 3 sessions that still have to go up are the fight with Van Carlo, the brothel, and the fight last week. Because that's
So
all
2 ass
of last session was the fight.
Yeah, I like last session.
Yeah, it was fun. And it's not over yet.
My internet went out, and then I realized I'm in the room by myself. Wait, where did everybody else go?
I just imagine Arlen just gets dazed, off staring off into space for a moment, and then comes back. Wait a second, what's going on here?
I'm going to assume by what you guys are saying that at least somebody, say Squee, has chat open, right?
Yes,
So
I do.
Viewers, if the volume is screwed up and somebody's really loud or quiet, say something. Since this
Yes,
is first run, let us know.
I believe they're saying it's pretty good by now, but yes, a final confirmation would be great. And I'm going to go ahead and just start. So here's the deal, everyone. First of all, welcome to our first live stream. We're going to be doing this format from now on, so you can join us every other Friday, just like our Rift sessions and our 3 Galaxy sessions, so it'll be fun. And we are a little bit ahead of where the videos are, and I will get those videos up. It's not like we're just going to forget about them, but I did promise we'd start streaming tonight, so here we are. I'm going to give you guys a quick recap to cover what you have missed from that session till now. I'm not going to give you a recap of everything because that would take all session, but our brave heroes are hunting down a figure called Gadrian Lamb, who has severely influenced, in a very negative way, all of their lives in different ways. And they are trying to track him down for their own reasons. This hunt has led them to A, build an orphanage, and B, go to Eel's End. They heard very early on about this character named Dervargo, who might have information on Gadrian Lamb, where he is, because he is quite elusive at the moment. However, Dervargo is the leader of a place called Eel's End, which is a hive of scum and villainy. It's a hive of gambling and brothels and all the vices, but are technically not illegal due to Corvos's vice tax. They had a conversation with a low-class noble of the city named Van Carlo, who asked them why they're doing what they're doing, and do they think they're heroes, and decided to spar with them. And basically, Amelia screamed a lot. He couldn't take it, and everyone kicked his ass. More or less.
Excuse you,
Miri sat it out.
Yeah.
Miri just took a seat and watched. But then they invited him for dinner. So how about that?
And he ate a bug.
He ate a
He
bug.
ate a bug.
Yeah.
He ate one singular bug.
But the next day, because they had expended half their magic on this sparring session, they're like, you know what? Let's go to Eel's End the next evening. So they went the next evening, and the goal was to get in to see Dervargo and to find a reason to deal with him. And they had their own little adventures. Otto played a game of Knivesies, which is a fairly fun game where two people get up on a table with a knife in between them and try and kill each other and collect gold. So basically, they played D&D. Otto won twice.
That's right. Nice
and,
master.
And Arlen and Amelia almost, well, no, they straight up did go to a brothel, and through several miscommunications, almost got some really good information, and then Arlen's brilliant diplomacy messed it up right at the end. But they did get some drawings of the Chilaxian diplomat in very compromising situations with Samus, his brother, Samson.
Yeah,
So
not the diplomat's brother.
not the diplomat's
Samson
brother,
from-
Samus's brother, Samus from
Yes.
Timronian's Majestic Goods. So some sketches, kind of like Jack drawing his French girls of some very compromising positions, could be bought, perhaps from Dervargo. They then decided to pretty much just walk in on Dervargo. They succeeded, and a very tense negotiation followed, because from the second they walked into the room, they found out that Majenko, the house drake that Miri and the others had saved a few sessions back and had agreed to look into Eel's End for them, had been captured, put into a cage in Dervargo's room.
Did no such thing. Actually, that was entirely Arlen.
Well, I like to go with
Oh.
the military rule on this: is if one of you did it, you all did it. No.
Well, yeah.
Hey,
Well,
don't even make me count all the things I'd like to wash my hands of, okay?
Wait, I thought we decided on just the Drake going to look at the orphanage and making
that
sure
is
the orphanage
exactly
was
what we
okay.
decided.
That is what you guys decided. True. It is, to be completely fair, you had mentioned Dervargo, decided against it, and the Drake had decided and told you that he would take a look on his own, simply because he felt like guarding an orphanage wasn't really repaying you for the favor. So it is, in all fairness, it's not like you just told him to walk in there. But he had been captured, put into a cage, and had been very severely mistreated by Dervargo, who seemed to be very fond of this mistreatment. But you did try to be diplomatic. Negotiations ensued, and a game of knifesies was had, and holy crap, Otto just straight up shanked a fella. And the negotiations actually were going well. You managed to, you paid for the drawings, you got the drawings, and then, well,
Things happen.
Miri decided she pretty much had enough, because he was not going to give up Majenko, and things got far more physical. The fight was...
Yeah, she'd
Mhm.
had she'd met her quota of 20 minutes of arguing over how much to pay him for the drawings, and that's the
What
quota,
triggered
and-
you was the bartering, not like the torture and the being evil and all this. It was the bartering that triggered you.
I gave you plenty of warning.
Wow. Okay, note to self: limit the
So-
bartering unless you want Miri to try and kill some people.
or if you want Miri to start a fight, start haggling. So a fight ensued. At the very start, Amelia got dumped through a trapdoor all the way down into a pit where a Ettercap resided, separated from the
No
group.
one knows the name of.
Nope. Separated from the group, we then had two fights going on. The fight upstairs between Dervargo and his thugs, and Miri, Arlen, and Otto, and Amelia. screaming her head off at an ettercap, and somehow that stunning him enough that she lived so far. The fight has almost ended. They managed to slaughter Dilvargo pretty quickly. Actually, it was pretty much like things were going. Things were really on edge there, going back and forth, and then 1 or 2 rounds, and Dilvargo was down. Some really good rolls, some really good hits, and then people decided to dive in to help Miri right on top of the ettercap. Managed to slaughter the ettercap while Amelia is still screaming at it. Which, by the way, I should point out, this is a spell. It's not just her screaming. There is a spell that Amelia has.
No,
Where-
it started off with just the yelling, and then it
And then it
kinda-
devolved into
yeah,
a spell, yes.
it
Probably why it's so effective. It's come from a place of real, pure terror.
So when Dilvargo was killed, his thugs, there were 4 of them still alive, hesitated because they just saw their boss die and they didn't know what to do, and they were kind of intimidated, so they kind of backed off and weren't fighting anymore. So Miri and Otto jumped down to help Amelia. Then, as the session ended, the ettercap was killed, and the 4 thugs realized, now there's just this one girl.
There's this one. Isn't one of them covered in bees?
That's true. There is still one covered in bees.
There's
but-
3 focus thugs, and one of them is just covered in bees.
Yeah, and to explain
which is this one right here.
that green square is actually now a trap
The
door
trap
to the
door.
2nd level,
Mhm.
which is where we all jump down.
Yeah,
Which is
they are
why you
all
pull up a
actually
chair,
down
Amelia.
here.
Just a giant card.
Down here at the bottom. They just killed the ettercap.
I don't know whose card that was.
So as the session ended, they had just laid the killing blow on the ettercap, and the thugs upstairs had started to rethink their chances of victory and started approaching Arlen. And what we're going to do is we're going to start off this session at the top of the order because we're still going. We're still in a fight, which means that it's the thugs' turns. Now, not much you can do against this swarm of bees, honestly. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give this guy, he's going to roll a D100. He has a 75% chance of focusing on the bees and a 25% chance of managing to focus on Arlen. I don't like his chances, but you don't know. Maybe he has the mental fortitude of a monk. Let's see.
Maybe Dilvargo put him in a box of bees when he was young.
Nope, he does not. He does not have the mental fortitude of a monk.
All right. I also have a question. How
Mhm.
many rounds has it been? Because we still have
Bless.
no. Well, what was
Well, we
it?
still got the
Extend
haste thing,
haste.
don't we?
Yes.
Oh, haze.
Yeah, I believe it has been 4 rounds.
Okay. I need to remember how many levels that is.
We'll say that this is the start of the 5th round.
Okay.
All right. So one of the thugs, the thug closest to you, actually, is covered in bees. He is going to be swatting at them. In fact, I'm going to say that he is going to completely ignore Arlen and start swatting away. Arlen, you would get an attack of opportunity if you choose to do so.
Is he trying to attack the bees?
Yeah, he's basically like swatting. Like, well, imagine if you were covered in bees, you would be trying to swat the bees. So
yeah,
he's going to attack them, but you get an attack of opportunity first.
I would definitely try to attack this person. So that's in 20.
That is a hit.
And I don't know why I didn't roll damage, but okay.
Yeah, it's fine. Just go ahead and roll damage now.
Now I have to remember what it is. I don't think I've actually hit with a Morningstar before. So oh,
Item is
that
carried.
didn't work.
Well done. We all know now how the Morning Star is transported.
Good effort.
Yes.
D8 plus 2.
by the way, for everyone who's listening to the podcast, literally Arlen just rolled something that said location item is carried. 6 points of damage. That is actually enough to finish this guy off. He was already pretty badly damaged. So as he tries to start swatting at the bees, he steps away, a big mistake, as Arlen seizes on the opportunity to strike him with the Morning Star. However, the other thugs then proceed to... Yeah, they can certainly make it. Step over that body and go here. So, Arlen, they rush you, thinking that maybe they can finish you quickly. And for the second time in this fight, one of you is in severe danger. So, Arlen, I'm just going to go from left to right. Sound like a plan?
Sure.
Perfect. All right, so let's not roll a D100. All right, so first one, and they are all attacking you with longswords. First one, a 9 to your AC is a miss, I believe.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay. Oh, I need to add 2 actually because you are flanked. So still, I'm assuming that 11 is still a miss.
Sure. Yes.
Okay. All right. Next one, 14 to your AC,
That is also a miss.
and the last one, and 9. Well, Arlen, just suddenly inspired by a muse or something, manages to dodge, because most of those didn't even hit your touch AC, manages to juke and jive and I guess Dempsey roll all 3 attacks as you actually managed to survive without taking damage. Well done.
Yay.
All right, going downstairs. Give me a second here. Amelia, your turn.
All right, so to confirm, this thing is now dead.
Yes, actually, and before you do something, I should, because this would be instantaneous. The second that he was killed, or I'd say within a second or two of him being killed, you suddenly hear a frenzied chittering sound around you as dozens of spiders begin to just click and chitter and start going crazy. And you start to see most of them are scattering off the webs away from you, but a few of them, namely what looks like a large spider, probably about the size of a dog, a giant spider, and 2 smaller spiders that look like the ones that were crawling up and down Durago, start coming towards you guys.
Anyways, I guess we'll be heading towards the door now.
It's still dark as shit
I
down
have
there,
dark
isn't
vision.
it?
That's your problem.
Such companionship.
I've known them a week.
And
Remind
then
me, those
some.
stairs, they don't connect, right?
They do not
those
connect.
Right, okay,
Nope.
so it's just the one
are in
door.
a different room.
I just to let you guys know, these black spiders I'm putting down are much smaller than this. It's just grid, so I have to have them at a certain size. But they're the size of regular spiders.
Very stylish.
Yeah, only the one with the border that's the big one. The one that's about the size of a dog.
Christ. Handle animal. I don't know. Because I've had such great.
Pretty sure insects don't count as animals.
Insects are in the animal kingdom.
Technically true. However, many insects like these ones don't have a high enough brain function to be trained. So I would say that animal handling would not really help you in this kind of situation. Weary and the bees is a special connection due to her clericshipness.
Clericshipness?
Yeah.
I'm
You heard me.
special.
Aren't you, though?
Okay, real quick, timeout. That really reminded me. with the fucking cow, we just reenacted how Bat Cow got added to the Bat family.
There's a
Oh
there's
my
a
god.
bat cow.
Yes.
You fucking bet there is.
Is it named Bessie?
I don't actually know.
I
Batsy.
don't remember.
It has its own cape and everything. It's incredible.
I'm gonna go on a limb here and say that if Tim Burton was doing another Batman movie, the Bat Cow wouldn't be in
It would have been the next Robin.
it. Hey, Tim
And
Burton's
it's
Burton's movies didn't have Robins in them, man. That was
It-
the next guy.
Yeah. True. All right. So, Amelia, what you doing?
She's looking up a picture of Bat Cow to drop in the Discord.
Yes. yes, I am.
Wow.
But aside from that, I'm gonna am I signed in? No, I'm
I'm
not.
working on it, lady.
Waffle.
Yeah.
What?
Waffle. As in, not make up your mind.
Yeah, go one way
As
or the
in,
other.
Finish what you're doing and hurry up.
Oh. I can sign in.
I can't sign in. I don't need your password.
I guess I'll scream more. Why not?
Okay.
Okay.
I'll do it at the big dog-sized spider because
Okay.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Hey man, if it's got a brain bigger than a walnut, you can train it.
Debatable.
All right. So, right. I have to roll. I was waiting for like an attack roll or something. And I'm like, oh, wait. No. All right. So, what's the save? 13, I believe. It's a will save or a fortitude save?
I think it's fort safe.
Fortitude. Let me check that real quick.
Because it might be will because
I
it's
think
magic.
I think it's will,
It's
but
fortitude.
okay.
It's fortitude? All right. So, and it's a 13. He has a +4. So, I am rolling great tonight. That's a 9.
Yeah.
You scream. So, like, when does Amelia breathe exactly as she
She's like an
continues?
operatic singer. She can just keep going.
No. She does the thing that didgeridoo players do is
Oh,
they
circle
breathe
breathing?
in through the nose and out through the mouth continuously.
Oh, boy.
It's a real talent.
So, the big spider starts, like, shuddering and stops right where it is.
No, you should
And,
stay with Raffle, man.
Takes psychic damage. If you would please, roll.
Psychic damage. If it can take psychic damage, it can be trained. It's
That's what
got
I
a
was just
brain
thinking.
bigger
Is this
than a
thing's
walnut.
dumb? Like,
Oh my
does it even have a psyche?
Yeah, technically, yes. It has a brain, and any damage done to the mind would be psychic damage.
Do spiders have brains? Don't most insects have like nerve cluster brains where they're not like,
Right.
true
We're not
brains.
going to split the
I'm sorry.
I
I'm
think-
sorry.
I think we're gone
I was
too
gonna
far.
say. So, I was gonna say, are you guys arguing that this shouldn't work? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, no,
I'm
this shouldn't
arguing
work.
that This shouldn't work, but animal handling should work.
This should cause the spider to go into a frenzied rage and get extra turns.
I think this is
Eat
a
us
first.
all.
I think this is the first time where the people are like GM. This should be way harder. right.
Insects can't actually hear sound. Thank you. They feel the
Ar-
vibrations.
Arlen, it's your turn. Before I drop like a dozen more spiders on these guys, please.
Do it.
Whirling dervish over here, dodging all the attacks on
Wow.
1 foot.
Is there like a dodge
Okay,
action in this game, or is it just defensive fighting's the best you can do?
Yeah, defensive fighting is the best you can do.
Well, she does have the bees.
I mean, you have reflex save, but that's if it's like an area of attack
Yeah,
or
it's a
magic
different
spell. Yeah.
Arlen, I am allowing you temporary direct control of the bees.
That
Assuming
doesn't work
direct
that way. I'm
control.
sorry.
As in you can tell them verbally what to do. And
I'm sorry, it doesn't work that way.
okay,
Only
fine.
Miri can control the bees. I'm sorry.
They can finger paint, but they can't take orders. Okay.
They didn't technically finger paint. You told them to get in the paint and crawl over a canvas. It's not the
No,
same
I
thing.
that.
Yeah, but my point is that an animal companion such as bees can only be controlled by the person who has the connection with the bees.
All right, fuck it. Arlen, you're on your own.
All right.
I tried to help you.
I know you did. It was a valiant effort.
Arlen's going to activate her flame-throwing glove. Which,
Is that Princey supposed to be like? I love the idea. It's like flame-throwing glove of spontaneous immolation.
Extended
Yeah.
name.
Yeah.
Well, it emulates the spell spontaneous immolation.
Right.
So, and I'm going to do, I guess, this guy here.
All right. So it's
to
one creature.
Arlen's
Got
right.
it. Got it.
Doesn't that provoke like massive attacks of opportunity? Since it's a spell.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You I mean,
Oh,
you could take a 5-foot step.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I forgot that. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
no, I'm-
that way.
Yeah. That'd be fine. I was gonna say yeah.
You're still taking one from there.
Yeah, I'll still take a attack of opportunity from the guy that I'm gonna try and set on fire. But
I
Yeah.
got you. It's
It is
one.
what it
It's melee range. I see. I guess.
Yeah.
yes,
Gotcha. Makes
So
sense.
yeah, you'll still get attack of opportunity because you don't have combat casting. So but it's going to be his longsword versus your flamethrower. So maybe one
Yeah.
shot, and you're no longer flanked. So that's good too. So here's his attack. That is an 18 versus your AC.
Oh, son of a biscuit! That is exactly my AC.
Ooh, all right then. He does. Give me a second. 1d8 plus 1.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but concentration rules or Pathfinder are mega complicated because now you have to deal with the fact that that could be interrupted and all this stuff. Which is probably not
No,
a
she
big
doesn't
deal.
actually. No, she doesn't. Not for weird science devices.
Oh, really?
Because theoretically, because a weird science device is almost like an alchemy device. The spell and stuff has already been cast. She's
makes
just
sense.
triggering it.
Yeah, no, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
So 3 points of damage, Arlen.
Okay. And now your guy has to roll a
A fortitude save of
Fortitude save.
12.
yes. Wait,
All right.
Is it
Says DC
12?
12.
Yeah,
Reflex.
DC 12.
Where
Because
is half and reflex. What does that mean? Either? Both?
fortitude half and
See description.
okay, hang on. Original spell targets 3% damage. Sexual fortitude save reduces the damage by half and prevents the target from catching fire. Each round, target extinguishes.
Doesn't mention reflex.
No,
See description.
so we're
where
not
we're
gonna-
not going to
so-
talk about it.
Yeah. So
Nice.
it's not in reflex, so he doesn't get it.
Shouldn't it
Fortitude
be-
save.
wait, shouldn't the fortitude save actually? I know this is because of roll 20, but it should be 10 plus my caster level, which is 3, correct?
No. 10
Um,
Or
plus
is it
your
half my caster
it's
level?
10
rounded
plus
up?
your like stat charisma. Or, I don't
Yeah.
know what is int. What is
yeah,
your artificer?
10 plus your modifier bonus for oh boy. No, actually it's a magical device, so it's always at the lowest DC possible, which is basically 10 plus the spell level.
Which
So you don't get to add your modifier to it. Your spell level, what spell
is
level
2.
is
It's a second level.
Yeah, so
spell,
12.
That's why. Okay.
So that's 12. Yeah, you don't get to add your modifier because you're not technically casting a spell. So good news is his fortitude is only a +4.
Okay.
So there's a good chance that he won't make this, especially if I'm rolling a D8 squeak. Come on now.
Actually, it's not a good chance. It's less than half.
But the way I've been rolling,
Nice.
he fails. So that's 3d6 points of fire damage, and he catches fire.
Yep.
Now push him into his buddies. Whoa.
12 points of damage. Okay, then. Arlen unleashes the gout of flame from her glove that immolates him, catches him on fire, and she burns him to the ground.
It's like, you thought I was defenseless now. Come on, boys, let's play.
Give me a second here.
I don't feel so bad for
Because-
knifing that guy now.
Does the
You
boat
just
start
burnt
to
a man
burn?
to a crisp.
Yes. Yes, the boat definitely... Well, it's going to have a chance to start burning. I'm not just going to say it is, but give me a second here. So, the thugs that were so sure of themselves a second ago just saw their friend get burned down to death. And they have all of a sudden stopped short and they're starting to like back up with their weapons raised again. Like, okay, well, we didn't mean nothing by it. And I'm gonna give the ship. Actually, Arlo, I'm gonna make you roll for this. There is a 50-50 chance that the wooden deck around it starts to catch fire. Choose high or low, and then roll me a D100, please. Which one you want to be good? Choose high or low.
I will choose high, meaning if I roll high, the ship does not catch on fire.
Correct. Good luck. Well done.
Yes.
99.
99. Yes.
So the fire like singes the floorboards, but not enough for the floorboards themselves to ignite. And
Eyebrow patches.
and what was a desperate situation mere seconds ago, a gout of flame has suddenly turned around. Because I gotta imagine that'd be pretty terrifying to see someone just burn your friend to death with a gloved hand. Okay. We are back to Otto because Otto is somewhere on this turn order, but when I moved you guys, it removed him for some reason. So we're gonna say our Otto, you're right.
So
after
I get
Arlen.
to go last. Oh wait, no, Muri's
No,
last.
Weary. Mary
Okay.
too.
Well,
Both
you
of
say
you
it's
two.
dark. It's dark down here, right?
Yep, you can kind of see, but not very well.
And I'm pretty sure I never cast light before any of this, so I'm just gonna cast a light cantrip on my mace, Morning Star,
Okay.
so that I can
Got it.
see. And then I'd be like, "Oh, hey, this is a really big spider. I don't like that big spider." And then I would go over there, and that's pretty much my turn.
Got it. Understood. All right, Weary.
Y'all have got this. We're gonna head towards the door.
Sure.
In front of the door.
Who's
The door's right
weird?
here.
Me, myself, and I.
Yeah, door's right there. So you do like you could move through the spider, but you'll take an attack of opportunity.
That's fine. Really.
Okay. Okay. So give me a
She
second.
just sort of gently waves that and is like, shoo. She's going to like gently like move it out of the way with like 1 foot like you would a cat in front of a door.
All right. So it does make it makes a bite at you. And rolls a 10.
No, I think we're good.
Yep. All right. So Mary just walks right past the spider into the next room. You see a fairly bare bones room, a table in there. Looks like this room's not used by much, just has some spare furniture. It actually kind of looks like a few tavern tables. So maybe this is a place where they keep spare tables in case, I don't know, Knivesies breaks one.
If somebody gets a little overzealous when they start tabletopping.
All right, now it's the spiders' turns. We're just gonna have them focus on whoever's closest to them. So this one charges straight towards Amelia. Otto, that one's you. Miri, that one's you. So we'll say Amelia first. Rolls on 18 versus
I just pushed through a
AC.
door. Can it get to me?
Yeah, the door's still. I mean, I assume the door's still open.
Why would I leave the door open? No.
Why would you close the door on your friends? Like, I mean, if you
Because
want
they're
to,
just
It's like,
sure.
I'm out of here, guys. Boom, close the door.
Sure. If you want to close the door, then I will let you close the door. By all means, I will say that's something that Mary did.
Otto is so salty that you ran away and closed the door on us. Oh
Yeah,
my
like
God.
Amelia, Otto, you saw Mary walk out and shut the door behind her.
It's like,
Look, man.
see
you
ya,
know where
guys.
the door is. He
I'm
casts
out.
light. You're fine.
You guys have fun with
So,
these spiders. I'm gonna go do something
In that
else.
case, in that case, the spider's going for Otto. Amelia, is 18 enough to hit your AC?
It's plenty more than enough.
Okay, so you
want, like, the
take.
pocket or something? It'd give you a +2.
I don't know if she'd be strong enough to haul it around.
Oh, it's a pot lid, really.
I mean, I'm imagining a really big.
Hang
pot
on.
To
Like a cauldron top.
It's a cauldron lid, but you know what?
that'd be like carrying around a frying pan constantly.
All right.
Are you
Amelia,
saying
3.
you can't carry around a frying pan?
Amelia, 3 points of damage, and roll me a fortitude save, please.
Poisoned. You are poisoned by spiders. Here we go.
Dun dun dun.
Here we go. Line them up.
Hold on. We're working on it.
Come on. She's a sorcerer. Her constitution's going to be like 0.
You've got all of that over
Oh
there.
my god.
One day we'll have a better setup. But
Yeah,
today is
one
not
day we'll
that
have
day.
It's-
like separate computers.
It's understandable.
I think that you guys would still bicker even if you had separate computers.
We would.
We would be
we-
shouting at each other from separate rooms.
Do you want me just to roll it for you?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, she wants me to roll it for her.
Yeah, don't let Squee roll. He keeps rolling like ones and stuff.
No.
That's true.
I'm good.
What is
Like
it?
this
Four-
18, I think, is the highest roll I've had all night. Okay.
There you go.
You
12.
succeed. You don't feel any ill effects.
Oh, thank
A
God.
nice round number. There you go. My forgiveness
So just
is
3 points of
over.
damage from so the venom burns and stings really badly, but you don't feel it take a hold of you. All right. Otto. This is going to be interesting. They pretty much have to crit. Dream Spider. Nope. And Giant Spider, is he much better? I mean, he still has to crit. So nope.
I'm okay.
They just fall uselessly off your heavy armor.
Yeah.
All right. That's their turn. We are back up to the thugs upstairs. So I'm going to just wait until it gets to Arlen's turn, because at the moment they're just backing up with their weapons raised because they saw this girl burn their friend alive. And we're going to go to Amelia.
Amelia would like to move away from the spider and go towards. Well, no, she's going to take a 5-foot step back
Mhm.
and then lob some acid at this guy.
Okay.
So I'm going to have to actually hit it.
Do
I
it.
believe in you.
Oh!
That is the best lob of acid Amelia has ever thrown.
I did
Critical hit.
it!
All it
Yes.
was being locked in
Um,
a dungeon with them.
Do I need to re-roll?
roll to
or
confirm.
confirm.
Roll to confirm, please. A natural
Oh,
one!
God! Damn it!
What does it mean?
It just means maximum damage. What's the most that the glob of
You're
acid?
statistically average.
God
What's
damn it.
What's the most damage it could do?
I think it's like 3.
It's a D3.
It's
a
yeah.
gamer.
Okay, so all right. So you still hit it, and it burns a few of its legs off. So it hits it pretty hard, and it starts chittering in agony. All right.
Good.
All right, Arlen, going back to you real fast. You
Yes?
see 2 thugs suddenly backing up with their weapons raised, like, whoa, we didn't mean nothing by it.
Let's say that's fine, boys. Go run on home to mommy, and I am going to move up to try to get on the table and get open the cage for the imp.
It's not an imp.
Dragon.
Oh, the house drake.
God, I hope you don't call him an imp out loud.
That
Puts
was
him in the
such a
headlock.
mi-
Hey
that
there,
was
you little
such a
imp.
missed opportunity to be like, you know what, thugs, you work for me now.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
Why don't
with
you just
that,
why don't you just invite them to dinner? I mean, you know,
Me-
we can give them a job to look after the kids.
I'm fucking downstairs. That's your job. That is
Actually,
on you if you want to do
with
that.
that, Arlen, they just slip out the door. They're
That's
like, you know
fine.
what? We're done here. We're going.
Arlen's quite okay with that. She's wants to make sure Scales gets out of the cage.
All right.
Loot Devargo.
The door
Loot
opens,
all of them.
and the Drake who's been watching this unfold looks to you, and you hear mentally in your mind, I am very indebted to you. All of you.
Well, I appreciate it, but I think that's something we can sort out later. You know, I have to help my friends now.
I will do what I can to help. And it gets up, and you can tell this thing, I'm sorry, I'm being disrespectful to my own NPC. The Drake is in pretty bad condition. It has been, now that you get a close look at it, it is covered in bruises and lacerations. It was very heavily mistreated. And it kind of limps over to your shoulder and grasps onto your shoulder, maybe a little too hard. You take Arlen, you take 1 point of damage as its claws like dig into your shoulder, but you can tell it's like trying to support itself.
Okay. So I don't know, like, for the sake of turns and everything else, I would offer the Drake a potion of healing.
Okay. Sure. We'll say we'll end your turn with that. It will nod gratefully and drink it. Go ahead and roll for the healing.
So what did I have? I had a so I think I had the potion of modified healing from Timonius.
Yes, use him as a guinea pig.
Wow.
What?
Some wizard gave me this. Here, try it.
Oh,
So
wizard, I hate gave me this.
so what is his what
Roll me a D100, please, and I'll tell you.
God.
oh no.
You just kill it. Like, oh, shit. Like, didn't work at all. Wow.
Wow.
Oh, hey.
Okay. He drinks it, and you see his wounds start to close up, and his bruises get better. And for mechanics' sake, since it has been used, that potion was basically a light healing potion with an extra 4 points of health restored. So basically, a light potion plus 4.
Okay.
All right, and he nods gratefully and says, I feel much better. Thank you. Your friends. We should help them.
Yeah, down the rabbit hole. So if you're gonna let me do all of this in one turn.
No.
Yeah.
Like I said, your turn went in with the potion. So we're going to jump right back down to Otto and Weary. Weary first. No, Otto first. Sorry.
Auto first, huh? Okay.
Mhm.
This macro is going to be my attack roll, but the damage roll is different because I still have lead blades on. Oh, I have
Right.
Morningstar with lead blades as a macro. Look at me, I'm so good. There. It's my attack on the big.
Which one are you attacking?
The
Big guy.
dog-sized one. Yeah.
Got it. Let's see here. That is enough to hit. And 9 points of damage. Okay. You hit it really hard, and it kind of dents its thorax. It's not dead, but its thorax is like half crushed.
So it can't talk anymore?
No. The thorax, not the
What's the thorax? Sorry, I'm
it's
not
the
on
hard.
my
Yeah, it's the
knowledge.
hard exoskeleton shell of the chest.
Oh. I thought there was a thorax in your throat.
That's the larynx.
Yeah.
But if it helps you feel better, I had to pause for a second too and go, "Oh wait, is that the thing in the throat?"
And that's pretty much that's it, I believe.
Okay. Weary, your turn. You're in a peaceful room with spare tables. Mary? She's overwhelmed by the sight.
She's looking
Well.
at Thorax.
Table so majestic.
Yep. Those
She's sitting like looking at it going, man, Otto could play a really good game of knivesies on this table.
Yeah, something tells me that's not what she's thinking. Just, you know.
Did we lose them?
Hello.
Hello, can you hear us?
Hello.
There
Yes,
we
we can
There
hear
we
you
go.
now.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
Sorry, for some reason, like we just cut out and you guys couldn't hear us.
No problemo.
I was asking if I could do a perception check to just make sure that there aren't any more pitfalls and that I'm not going to walk into anything.
Sure. By all means,
Else.
roll me your perception, please.
Excellent. I also have sense magic, but we'll do this first. I'm not sure there's anything on the stripper tables that's magic, so
That you know.
that I know of. Magic stripper tables.
They're knivesy tables. There's no poles on them.
Same thing. You have to strip to play knivesies.
Well, I mean, technically, you're right. I'm
Yeah, and
finding
both
it hard
of
to
them-
fault the logic, even though I really want to. You are very positive that there are no trapdoors
You
anywhere
see
in this room.
everything.
I was kind of hoping that could just like carry me through the
You-
rest of the ship. 'Cause
You
I'm gonna
actually
look
notice. You actually notice that one of those table legs is just a little bit shorter. This table would probably be a little rocky.
Ah, you're trying to throw the game. Those motherfuckers.
Cheaters.
So yeah, I'd say for the next couple of rooms at least, you're looking around. I'll tell you this: that if you spend your time looking, you don't find an enormous amount of stuff. There are two doors, of course. This door here
Mm-hmm.
is locked, so you can't get in there just by opening the door. This door, however, is open. You don't see. I'd say you'd have time to kind of search here in the outer hallway. You don't see any traps of any kind. In fact, it's fairly quiet down here. However, you do notice that it sounds like there is a commotion up above, like people are moving and loud noises. No, and loud talking. But it's too muted to hear what they're saying.
Well, you said that this is how the boat's laid out. So this is the bottom floor where we're on.
Correct.
You said that there is the next floor up is where Arlen is. There is not
Correct.
another floor between that.
Correct.
Okay. And I'm heading towards the part of the ship that would have guards on it.
Where are you? Can you point out where you're headed so that I know?
Well, I mean, if I'm in this room and you said I had enough time to search kind of around into the hallways, that would be
So-
up towards the part of the ship where
You
that
mean
was
these
not
stairs?
in the room.
Or
I-
Alright, so here's what I'll tell you, because your situational awareness is enough. These stairs lead back up to DeVargo's room. This is where that guy went down to get those drawings. Where
Okay.
you are right now, like this area, yeah, that would have been the door where you bluffed your way past those guards.
What is this exactly? What is it?
That is a hole, not a hole, like basically a square section of the boat that has been cut off to show the water down below. Perhaps it's a feeding pit, perhaps it's a place to dumps trash or something of that nature. But it's basically a hole in the boat that is designed in such a way that the water doesn't start flowing up.
Like in the abyss.
Mhm.
Gotcha. Okay. Is there? I'm sorry, but I keep asking questions, but this image is really grainy for me for some reason. What is this? Is that a table? Right in front
Hang
of
on.
the water, there's this sort of like.
No, it's netting and rope.
Gotcha. Okay, sorry. It looks like.
No, it's fuzzy for me too.
Okay.
So don't feel bad.
Okay, we're gonna try and break this door down eventually, so we're gonna make our way back over there. But I'll say that's my turn.
Who's we?
Me.
I'm so confused here. Okay, got it. Just making sure.
Will you
The Rock
meet myself
understands.
and I? Thank you.
She's like Gollum, you know.
Well, no,
We
because
must serve the master of the
no,
precious.
we'll say that it's Weary driving, and it's
Uh-huh.
Serenry in the backseat.
Oh my god! Are you literally now that Saren Ray has chosen you as your champion? Now you're never alone, literally. I like it. All right. Okay, so that
you
is
said
your
she was
turns.
there, so she gets to be there for everything. All right.
I understand. I'm all for that. So here's what I'm going to do. Since Arlen and Weary are not actively engaged in combat, do you two mind if I focus on the two that are until they are no longer?
Oh, go for it. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
Arlen?
Arlen was gonna jump down the hole.
Jesus.
I see.
Lands on
Sure.
the header cap once more, just for flavor.
Okay, so
Let's
okay then Arlen, and we'll wait until your turn. Amelia, your turn.
Lob another thing and
Oh.
pray that it's gonna hit.
I'm sorry. No, the spiders get to go. I'm being unjust
No, that's dumb.
to the poor spiders.
I think Amelia
No,
should go.
that's
That's dumb.
okay.
Spiders look like they're in a frenzy, so they go towards you. So, Amelia, probably the only one they have a chance of hitting. Here goes. And that's a 19. That's enough to hit. Roll me a fortitude save, please.
You are gonna die with somebody else in the room.
And that's 4 more points of damage.
God fucking damn
You
it.
cannot be doing well right now.
I think I'm down. Yeah, I'm
Hold
down
on.
to like 8 points.
Hold on, let me.
Sure,
find it
that's
for you.
plenty. They only do 1d4. We got this.
And roll me a fortitude.
No,
if
you're
when you
down
get
to
a chance.
4 points of damage. Honey.
No, that's the original one. It hasn't gone up because it's stupid. But like all.
You
at
know it
this
would
point-
help if it, you kept track of this shit.
You
No,
know
my hit
what?
points are higher than that. They just haven't gone up because they're stupid. Trust me.
If I had invested in smart hit points,
Seriously. This hit point bar is dumb. I swear mine are bigger than that.
all it does is go down.
Seriously. Just because I'm a sorcerer, game thinks I have no hit points. Roll your save, man. Let's see if you get poisoned.
Yeah, fortitude save.
You'll be all poisoned
you
and
do it.
sick and gasping for breath.
Oh boy.
You'll like this one if you ever.
Sick.
Nope. You feel the sting again.
Or-
It stings really bad. Like these bites sting really bad, like box jellyfish type sting. But you don't feel the venom taking effect on you. All right, Otto. They're gonna try, Otto. They're in a frenzy now. They're gonna try, and that's not a crit. That's not a crit at all. I don't know why I thought that was going to be a crit for some reason.
You
I
got
got
so
way too
excited for
excited.
like 2
Hey,
seconds.
Because you know
I've
why? I rolled and then looked at Amelia's 20.
I've been chosen by the god of battle. Some little
Yeah, so
spiders aren't
nope.
gonna-
They're like ramming themselves against your armor.
Otto, you want to know why Weary left the room? This is why.
Hey, they could be dead already. They could be dead already.
All right. Now we are back up to Amelia.
Amelia would like to take a step back and throw another thing of acid, please.
You got this.
Yeah.
Crit for reals this
Come
time.
Oh.
Level 3 acid for the win.
Okay.
It's still a cantrip, but still.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Sick!
Oh my
Do it.
god.
Crit for reals this time. Don't roll a
Another
one.
critical hit. Chance.
Could we give her like 2 points into arachnophobia?
Yeah. Is she still screaming?
It's just a character quirk now.
Roll to confirm, please.
Oh my god.
No!
Oh.
Hang on.
Arachnophobia, but
that's
not,
not enough to hit.
coordinated arachnophobia.
So, but that said, those 3 points is enough to kill it. So your second glob burns it enough to kill it. So well done. You've killed something with your acid balls. Well done.
It
like you-
only took how many episodes?
You killed something all by yourself.
I did.
Did it all
Well
myself.
done.
Wow.
All right. Arlen, we're gonna go back up to you real quick. As you are approaching the trapdoor, Majenko will say in your mind, "Wait, that one," and he'll nod his head towards Devrago. Had powerful things on him.
Oh,
Loot the room. Loot
Uh,
the room.
yeah.
loot the room.
Arlen's gonna kind of like walk towards Devargo and yell out as she's going by, "Y'all okay down
Just gonna look through these magical artifacts. Hope you guys are all right down there.
there?"
I heard some screaming, but gotta get the loot.
So actually, it's an important question. Has Amelia stopped screaming yet?
It's back to normal screaming.
Oh, so now it's audible screaming.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So, Arlen, the screaming doesn't seem as desperate.
Well, wouldn't there be like
Um,
some screams of joy in there when you kill the first spider? Sort of changing inflection a little
And then
bit.
For like a split second, it goes from like terrified screams to.
And as she turns around and sees the other larger spider behind her.
Oh my god.
All right. Arlen, here's what you find under Varago's body. You find a potion of cure moderate wounds. That one you recognize. Another potion, a magical potion that you don't recognize because you've not seen or used it before.
What color is it?
At least at the moment. Silvery. No, clear. I'm sorry, it's clear.
Okay.
You find 4 vials of medium spider venom.
Gross.
Okay.
You find you find that his leather armor has a faint magical aura around it. You also
Stripped him.
find
Strip
a
him, Arlen.
masterworked hand crossbow with 10 bolts, masterworked spiked gauntlets, 2 of them. You find 2 keys, and you find 79 gold pieces.
Okay.
Okay, well, you can just throw one of those keys out because I'm about to break down the door. But
You take that masterwork crossbow and you dip those bolts in the spider venom. That's good stuff right there.
Okay.
or as an intimidation roll, you can just take those vials of spider venom as shots. And just take the fortitude rolls as they come.
I spent years working up immunity to spider venom.
All right. So I guess like that's my turn. Can I spellcraft?
Sure, spellcraft like is kind of doesn't take much time at all. So sure, you're more than welcome to spellcraft. Do you have any sort of like alchemy or anything for the spider venom itself? Because you know it's venom, but there's a difference between knowing it's venom and knowing what it does.
I have craft alchemy.
Okay.
Do you want me to roll a craft alchemy?
Sure. So do that first. Roll me a craft alchemy. Okay. I'll go ahead and write this down to you, but you can tell you know you're familiar with this kind of venom. It's got a fortitude DC save of 14. They have to roll once a round for 4 rounds if they fail the first one. Or basically it lasts 4 rounds until they save or until 4 rounds have gone, if that makes sense. Every time they fail, it does 1d2 of strength damage. And it takes 1 save to cure them. So I'll go ahead and put this in the roll 20.
That's a lot of strength damage.
Yeah, it is. If they keep failing the saves, and a DC 14 is pretty hard to hit early levels.
Yeah.
And roll spellcraft on the. We'll just do 1 roll for the potion and the armor because I don't like making you roll for every little thing.
All right. Arlen rolls a 13 on spellcraft, and it was a 17 on the craft alchemy check.
Right. Yeah. Okay. That's just enough. So the leather armor is +1 leather armor, which basically means it has a magical enchantment on it that makes it a little bit harder. It acts as leather armor, except for the fact that it has magical properties and that it adds +1 to your AC over normal leather armor.
Okay.
And the potion is a potion of invisibility.
Okay.
I suppose we now know, how he spies.
Is it
Or
with his
maybe
magic
that's
armor?
just his thing.
No,
Yeah.
it's with the venom spiral.
Oh, shit! I should have seen that.
So there you go. You strip Devargo down to his britches
Well,
Yeah.
while you hear screaming down below you.
So this is really
Oh,
nice
yeah.
armor. Ah, really? Just look at it.
Look, this is magical.
fantastic craftsmanship.
I gotta look closer at this. You guys will be all right. Be down in a bit.
All right, Otto, your turn, sir. Let me get back over to you.
Ah, yes. Mine, the quick and easy and the dirty. Otto laughs and revels in combat and such things. Dog spider. Looks
That's
good.
hit. That's enough to kill it.
Beauty.
So thwack.
If only I had cleave,
Yeah.
which I don't.
Yeah. No. But hey, spider dead. Woot woot. Weary. We will see. You were like over here somewhere. You were exploring.
She's coming back. Hang on.
Oh, she's coming back.
I thought she was breaking
Oh.
down the door.
Whiny cat.
That's right. She did say she was going to head back that direction.
Take your damn time. I'm fucking. Okay, sorry. What did I miss?
What's Murray doing?
Trying to break the door down.
Okay. By all means. What are you going to use? Your mace?
Yes.
All right. Roll an attack, please.
Okay. Well, any time that wants to open, that would be great.
No.
Okay, that's enough to hit it. It has a hardness of 5, so you do.
I did roll. I
I
didn't roll anything.
I didn't see a roll.
Oh, why? Okay, weird. It literally just like redid Otto's thing for me.
That was
Like
my roll.
my roll 20. Like basically, I saw motion there, so I thought that was a roll without really reading it. Okay, that is not enough to hit. So, well, I mean, it's enough to hit, but your mace it's made out of really hard wood, and you can tell that just with that blow, you didn't impact it enough to do serious damage to it. You're gonna have to like regroup and just hit it really hard.
Well, it's a door. It's not going anywhere.
It's true.
Finally, a sedentary enemy.
It could be a mimic. Wow, that's dirty. I
Alright.
gotta remember that.
All right. The spiders he's gonna do it this time. He's in a rage, so he's in a frenzied madness, so he's
Give-
not stopping.
Give him +5. Go ahead.
No. Otto like leans his neck over so there's more exposed skin.
Come on, hit me.
to give him a chance.
Do it, you bitch!
Nope.
I dare you.
Nope. All right. We are back up to Amelia.
Okay, crit for
Yay.
real this time. Like actually crit. You can do it. I believe in you.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
now
right,
you're a failure because you're just not critting enough.
Expectations,
Come
they just
on,
keep
guys.
going up. That's the
Right,
economy.
yeah, she's gonna hit the spider that No, that's you.
Right? If it ain't broke.
No, that's
You.
me. Never mind.
Just
Um,
don't hit
fine.
me, okay?
yeah, I'm gonna hit the thing that Otto's attacking.
What's ranged acid?
The thing I was
Yes.
attacking is dead.
Oh, the
Yeah,
other
the
thing.
thing that's
then.
attacking you, yeah. 13. Give me a second here. That is enough to hit.
God bless spiders.
So
You're
roll me
getting
a
all this
D3,
practice in.
please.
Look at you.
Hey, I'm finally
I know.
gaining some.
You're 3 for 3 now. You're making up for all those missed orbs of of acid.
In the very fucking beginning.
Actually, it was the lightning bolts early on, wasn't it? The lightning bolts weren't hitting.
Yeah, it was both. It was both. But if this was an anime, it would mean that in the heat of combat, Amelia suddenly got it. She understood how to lob.
She would make waves in the industry of softball if it actually existed.
Roll me a 1d3, please.
The
You okay over
suspense-
there?
The suspense
Yeah.
is killing
Hold
me.
on. No, that's me desperately trying to type it in because she's all the way on the
Ah.
other side.
3 points of damage. All right. You hit it for maximum effect. Does not look good. These things are very small. All right. Arlen. Back up to you. You have actually, I'm gonna say, if you're pulling his britches off, that'll probably take this round as well, and then you'll have his stuff. I mean, because
that's fine.
he doesn't have snap off pants, you know.
That's
Are you
fine.
kidding
Wait,
me?
why are you
He
taking his
invested
pants off?
steroids?
She's taking his
Because it's
armor.
leather armor.
Magical.
Does that include the pants?
Yes.
Wow.
It's a full
What,
set.
You
And
haven't
it's a
seen
cut
leather
piece,
pants?
Otto.
I've seen leather pants. I just, assumed the armor was a chest piece, and But hey, it's good that you're being thorough. I appreciate that.
No, you know what they say about assuming.
That's right. It might be the pants too. Got to take those off. Hey, the
Yeah.
underwear could be involved. I mean,
Hey, it's
Why
also
stop
part
at
of
the
the
pants?
search. I mean, he could be hiding stuff.
Technically, looking at this picture, I'm gonna have to go with Otto on this one. Those look like normal ass pants to me. But maybe Arlen is thorough. No, but I'd say it would take a round to get that armor off of him.
Well, maybe, Arlen, you're just thinking ahead, and maybe we'll be fighting a really short enemy in the coming days, and we'll need all the leg armor we can get.
Otto.
Okay.
okay,
Your turn.
let's kill the spider and get out of combat. So we
Yeah,
can just search the damn
do
boat.
it.
Help me break down this
There, is it
door.
dead?
Clearly.
It's dead.
Thank God.
You
Spider's gone.
smash it. And combat is over, everyone.
Hey.
Woo!
Yay.
Whee! So we can kind of move out of rounds now. So, Arlen, what is your plan after you strip him?
I was gonna hang my head down over the trapdoor and see if everybody's okay down there.
In the dim light, it's really hard to see. You see two standing shapes. You see what looks like Amelia, and then you see another shape further back. It's hard to tell who it is. But
He's
you don't
covered in
see
spider
anyone
blood,
else.
laughing maniacally.
Yeah.
Not maniacally, just hysterically.
Sure. Those
No,
two
that's
things.
you. We're talking about Otto, honey.
No.
More!
Then I was also going to check the room, but shouldn't Devargo also have 1,000 gold pieces that we paid him?
Oh, yes, he would have that. So that was in addition to what you found on him. So yes,
Okay.
you would be able to collect your pouch back.
Okay. And since I didn't hear any screaming or whatever, I was going to search the room.
Okay. So just to let you know, so I can ask you, there are spiders going crazy on the walls over there and on the throne. Are you searching those areas too? So basically, you see where there's spider webs? There are spiders going absolutely bananas nuts.
I have a big mace, and I can use that to or even just an arrow, and I'm making motions with my hands.
Got it.
Of course,
you need
I'm trying to get the webs off, and
The bees and the spiders go to war.
Oh, God.
Okay. Roll me a hang on. What would this be exactly?
Would it not be a
That's how
perception
to
check?
do that.
It might not be. Hang on. I
Okay.
gotta remember what. I gotta pull up my skills real quick. This would be a perception check. Yes, I was forgetting if they had investigation or not, which
Okay.
they don't. So
What? You plus
whopping
8?
12. Yes, Arlen has a
Jeez.
plus
What a
2 racial
skilled
bonus
monster.
and
It's like, yeah, I rolled a
Yep.
1. Do I win? I win. I win with my 1. Good. That's good. Jeez.
yeah.
she's got a bonus to try and pretty much anything.
Yep. So I rolled a 12.
All right. You don't find anything really of value in here. It looks like DeVargo either anything of value he kept on him or out of this room.
Oh, and anything on the like thug guys? I guess there's like swords and.
Yeah. Give me a second. I'll let you know. Oh, by the way, you find a trap door right around here.
You don't say.
Yeah. Yeah.
We come
that's-
back
The one I
upstairs
just
and
stuck my
Arlen's
head
just-
down.
We come back upstairs and Arlen's just clutching a handful of swords. like,
Seriously, she's
"Guys,
like, hey,
you
we
won't
can sell
believe what I
these.
found.
Yeah.
Let's go barter.
Guys.
Barter.
I can
Yuri's
melt
just
it down and
Going
like, use the
cross-eyed,
metal.
triggered, like, ah! No bartering.
On the thugs, you find on each of them, you find basic leather armor.
Mhm.
You find excuse me, sorry. You find a long bow on 2 of them, and all of them have long swords of okay quality. They're certainly not excellent quality. They're
long swords of okay.
yeah, the long swords of okay. You know, they've got some dings in them, some dents. They're not the sharpest. They've definitely seen some use. And you see on all of them, you see saps. You know what a sap is, right?
No.
It's like a
Okay.
little
But I'm
club.
sure you're gonna tell me.
Yeah, exactly. It's person who's easily fooled. No, it's a like a blackjack. I don't know if that.
Oh
helps
yeah,
at
yeah,
all.
yeah.
It's
That
a
thing they
little
use in
club.
the Spy versus Spy comics all the time.
Exactly. They use it to hit people without killing them.
Okay.
So you find those on them.
Okay.
Oh, and no, actually, they bet all their gold on knivesies, so no money. You already took it all.
Okay. Cool. Then I would head downstairs.
Real quick, I would say as you are by the door, you do hear commotion outside. Doesn't seem like anyone's coming towards you, but something's happening outside.
Okay. I would try to block the doors so nobody could come in, or if they did come in, it would make a lot of noise.
Sure. You could probably roll me a strength check.
You sure I could do that? Okay.
I'm positive. I believe in you. Okay.
I rolled a 12.
You struggle, you push, you pull, you start to sweat, but you manage to pull one of the tables over in front of the 2 doors. You have to like pause once, catch your breath, but you're able to do it.
All right. You know, I don't want to be interrupted when we start going downstairs, and then
So-
whatever's going on upstairs, I don't want it to come in here.
Let me get this straight. You strip the man and then you block the door.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, pretty much. Hey, I was
Alright.
concerned about the 1,000 gold pieces, you know, and then I was like, oh wait, maybe I should like block the door or something.
All right. So you're gonna go down the stairs, not down the hole. You're gonna take the stairs like a civilized person.
Yeah, I guess Arlen would do that for
All
for
right,
now.
give me a second. Let me put you there. All right. So again, we're out of combat. Mary, real quick before I go to you, because I know what you're doing. Arlen, Otto, the first, say, 30 seconds or so after the fight, what do your characters do?
I'm just gonna. I guess I'm gonna see Muri pounding on a door and be like, "I could help with that," and try and help smash the door down. That
Okay, sure.
seems like something I'd be good at.
So you open the door, you see Mary pounding on the door with the vigor that you thought would have been saved for your enemies, and go and help her do that. Got it. So I'm going to give Mary one more shot before you get there. But before that happens, Amelia, what do you do?
She is hurrying very quickly after Otto into the other room.
Got it. Okay. Then Mary, if you could please give that door another smack.
You got it. Just in time to see Moiri
no.
not do a goddamn thing to the door.
Yeah. So Mary is vigorously attacking this door to, as far as you can tell, little effect.
Yeah. So then Otto walks up, just like Fezzik and the Princess Bride when Inigo is trying to get through that door, and he's just like, just hang on. I got this. There you go.
Holy crap.
Wow. Jesus fucking Christ. So Otto rolls a fucking 24 to Moiri's second.
And does 6 points of damage to the door. That doesn't break it down.
No, he did 11.
Yeah, I know. The door has a hardness of 5. So, funny thing about objects in this world. Their ACs aren't incredibly high, but some of them, like this door, have a hardness, which means that if you pass the AC, you hit it enough to do damage. However, some of the damage you roll is absorbed by the hardness of the material. So the door is thickly constructed, so 5 of whatever damage you do is absorbed, which is why sometimes there's doors that you just can't beat down.
Yeah,
that's how they simulate that.
It's basically damage reduction. Hardness.
Mm-hmm. So, but you do tear a hole through it. Your mace basically like blasts through the door. It's not open yet, but there's a hole.
Door AC.
Mm-hmm. You'll have to give it a few more good strikes if you want to fully open it. I think
there's a hole in it now.
Arlen's gonna come down and be like, "Yeah, I have the key for that, guys."
Yeah, Arlen's headed towards you guys.
Of morons trying to beat this door in.
Sure. I'd say if that's okay with you guys, that's about the time Arlen shows up.
Rhyme.
Yeah, pretty much. Maybe one of these will work.
Turns out I've damaged the lock.
Luckily, no, the lock's still intact. Also, Mary, Amelia, and Otto, you see Majenko perched on Arlen's shoulder, looking much better than he did a few minutes ago. And since combat has ended, give me a second. So since you took the time and effort to save Majenko, in fact, to be fair, all of this pretty much started because of that. So hang on. The Drake is going to pledge himself to you guys. Hang on. Pledge himself to you for a year out of gratitude to work with you in any way you see fit. He is also available if any of the party is able to have familiars. Amelia. He could become a permanent familiar if you so choose. He will let you know that he has countless other House Drake friends scattered throughout Kravosa, and as long as he is with you, that he can be sent out to gather information at any time from anywhere around the city.
Muri will offer to take him from Arlen just to make sure that he's okay, because she does like him.
He's not fully recovered, but he definitely must have had some sort of healing done to him since you took your plunge, because he looks much better than he did.
Gotcha. Okay.
So yeah, and so Amelia, sorcerers can have familiars if that is a route you choose to go. You have a year to decide such a thing.
Uh-huh.
Because who knows, you might want familiar cow.
Not a
Thanks.
lot of spellcasting help, but man, if you need to break down a door.
Are you
Well,
calling
why
me
would
a
I
cow?
so-
need that if I have auto?
Well, maybe Otto's indisposed.
Breaking down another door.
Yeah.
So many doors.
I'll ride that cow through the door.
Teamwork.
Yeah.
But for now, Mary will offer to hold on to the break.
Okay.
He can even ride in her poncho if that's his thing.
Okay, he will do so. So, let me go ahead and just give you guys some description. So you can search the rest of the bottom of the boat unmolested. You all hear there's kind of a commotion up above you, but it doesn't seem like anyone's coming down to address you. So you have time. So a couple of things I'll get to this room last, honestly, because I assume you guys will be exploring the other parts of the ship as well. In the room over here, you see 2 large wood-burning stoves. They're built into the wall. Each is fitted with an iron bar on which dangle several cauldrons. Firewood is stacked to the north in a haphazard mound. Dozens of empty glass vials sit atop the mantle of each stove. This... guys, roll me a
Crack
knowledge
den.
local check. Yeah, roll me a knowledge local check, please.
Yeah, no meta.
We all know how good Otto is at skill checks.
We believe in you.
Yay.
Yay, Otto!
Wow.
Get
Whoa,
out of here.
Arlen actually knows something.
All right,
What? This is a drug den.
Arlen the drug geek knows that this is a shiver den. Yeah, this is a shiver factory. You also find a shiver lab. On closer inspection, you find that 6 of those vials aren't so empty, and each contain a dose of shiver worth about 25 gold apiece.
Gee, I wonder where we could get money for that.
I have no clue.
Yay!
Nowhere, because we're going to burn this
I
boat.
need to. Oh, weary.
Weary.
The ex-shiver
Mary knows
alcoholic
exactly
person.
what this fucking is. She knows. She's been around teenagers before.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mary,
God
you know
damn it.
you know how the molecular compound of the drug affects people, and that's not even a thing this world knows. No, yeah. So you both know that on site this is a shiver lab.
Amelia, not so much.
You know what, Mary? I'm gonna say you find 2 more vials.
Awesome. Those are going directly into the water.
No, we can sell those to Considia.
Oh, yay! For like $100 more than we had.
Yes.
We're
Dude,
fine.
you're
I'll
gonna
Hey,
get-
have
that
it.
you're
will
gonna-
feed the orphans for like a week or 2.
Plus, you're gonna get all the fish high. You want fish with a drug addiction?
That's your concern. That's what you're concerned about.
Well, I don't know.
Bro, I'm telling you.
You seem to be
Is that a jellyfish over
concerned
there?
about animals, so you're gonna pollute the water and stuff. We gotta sell that and dispose of it properly. You don't just throw batteries into the ocean, man. You gotta dispose of this stuff.
Could you guys imagine a school of fish that doesn't react like normally? They react like they're drunk.
Dude, I think that shiny thing is a fish. I should go bite that. Ow! Fishermen see an increased catch for this season, all because Muri threw a bunch of drugs into the water.
Unfortunately, the taste is a little bit off.
All right, I do need a confirmation here. Did the party stop Miri from dumping them?
Yes.
Otto's stunned.
Okay.
Otto has no idea. It's like, what are you doing?
You don't know what it is. First of all, miss, I rolled a 7.
That's
No,
why
I'm
I don't know
sure
what
someone-
you're doing. Like, why are you
I'm
dumping that stuff in the
I'm
water?
sure Arlen probably would have mentioned, "Hey, look, it's a drug lab." And they've all
Yeah.
seen Shiver before. Otto's sold them already, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm like a narc of sorts.
You're like a government narc who sells drugs to
My
the
God.
government.
You're the worst undercover cop ever because you would never be able to infiltrate. They'd never remember you.
No, well, yeah, it would have its ups and downs for sure.
Yeah. Short term, maybe.
You might even say it has its highs and lows.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Real quick, you find in the other rooms. You find over here above it is a it's a foul smelling room that's empty, save for a mound of filthy straw, and it has tons of vermin in it. It looks like a brig of some kind, holding cells. They're empty at the moment, though.
Well, wait, can I hold you up
That's
for 1
nasty.
second?
Sure.
This like pile of sticks. I want to really see that.
Yeah, that's firewood. It's used for the wooden stoves to cook the shiver.
Okay.
Well, I know exactly how I'm going to burn this boat to the ground. Awesome. Okay.
Wait, it's
Um,
so raw.
I'm not.
Um,
Yeah.
Can we wait until we get out of the boat
Yes,
first, please?
I just said that.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna really make sure that we have a time commitment to get off this fucking boat.
Here's my thing. I mean, I think we should leave this way, right?
Real
out
quick.
the hole in the bottom of the boat.
No, because
Mm.
sharks.
And
we
swim
can-
checks.
Just
Yeah.
give them
Amelia is not a
just
strong
give them some
swimmer.
shiver. They'll leave us alone.
Just drug them. They'll give us
Weary?
a ride.
Since you guys are talking about burning the ship down, and you did roll a critical on your knowledge local, and I feel like that there's something you know very well that or your character knows well enough that arson is a very, very bad crime in Corvosa, and burning down a ship that is permanently moored to a dock that is permanently attached to the city might cause serious damage to the city and the locals.
You're pretty much ending Arlen's chances of anything with Chrysidia. doing that.
Well, I'm really not concerned with her love life, but the reason I was going to do that is because there's been a lot of death on this ship, and Moiri is not super okay with just leaving these people to rot.
I, by all means,
won't rot.
not telling you guys what to do or not to. I'm just simply letting you know the knowledge that Marie has. You do know that these
she's
ships.
cool to put them to their final rest wherever, be it by burial or be it by putting them into the water, whatever. They just have to get their final rites somehow. And there's a lot of dead people in the other room.
But they were bad guys.
It doesn't matter.
Oh.
It doesn't matter if you're good or not. You don't deserve to be left on a boat to just chill.
I didn't think
Everybody
the-
gets
I didn't
their
think the
final
boat was that
rites,
cool.
Otto.
Fine.
So-
Whatever. I don't care.
Well, let's finish looking the room and remember
Sure,
Arlen
sure.
did kind of block the doors upstairs, so and she would say that to the people, like there's something going on upstairs. I pulled a table to block the doors, so hopefully people can't get in, but we shouldn't take too long.
All right. So the big room, the door that you half broke down and then got the key to, it's very clean. It's very dry. There's a 4-post bed with ornately carved post and gaudy drapes that rest against the far wall, and a single dresser with a round table and a chair that fits the rest of the room. A large wooden sea chest sits at the foot of the bed. It is clear that this is a bedroom of some kind.
Otto goes immediately to
Amelia's
the
gonna
chest.
start running through it.
All right. The second key that Arlen picked up off of Dravargo opens up the chest just fine. Luckily, since no one checked for traps, there are no traps. So the chest opens up just fine, and inside the chest you find, you guys ready? A jasper studded amulet that looks very expensive. You know what? Let's be simple about this. Whoever can appraise, just roll me an appraise check now. We'll just do this right now, right here.
Okay.
Because nothing slows down a game more than telling you how much things are worth. Unless you
Roland
don't know.
rolls a
There we
10.
go.
There we go.
Unless Unless none of you know, and then in which case, okay. So, Muri, so you guys, you find a jasper studded amulet that's very beautiful, and if you were to sell this, you could get anywhere from 400 to 600 gold pieces for it.
Awesome. That means nothing to me, but okay.
A golden
I'm not-
necklace.
I'm not gonna sell it.
I understand. It's kind of odd that Mary is the one that knows this. As much as she hates haggling, she seems to know her values.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna take anything less than the actual value, but I'm really not gonna argue with you about it.
Right. A gold necklace fitted with emeralds that you could get anywhere between 500 to 600 gold pieces for. A mother of pearl horn worth probably right around 50 gold pieces, give or take a little bit. A magical ring.
Wait, before you go on, are somebody writing this down or should I?
Yes.
Thank you.
The
Okay.
pearl.
I appreciate it. It's a lot of loot.
Wait, what was the mother of pearl thing?
horn.
Yeah, go on.
It's a
Sorry.
horn. Mother of
Okay.
pearl horn.
So are
Okay.
you talking about like an instrument horn or like a horn? Like
Horn as in like
A
something
hand
you,
motion
like
coming out of her
saxophone
symbol.
man.
Like
Gotcha.
Gondor's, Boromir's Gondor's horn.
Yep.
If you're making a hand motion, they can't see
And
you.
so that was estimated how much?
it doesn't have to be for
Did
them.
you say?
50.
Okay.
Helps me collect.
Okay.
all the-
You find a magical ring that has a cameo of a dragonfly worked in jade, a magical scroll, a potion of some kind, 2 pouches of some sort of magical dust, and 6 sacks containing around 100 gold. Well, containing 100 gold pieces each.
So 600 gold.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Arlen would like to spellcraft the scroll, potion, and magical dust,
Sure.
What about the ring?
and the ring. Yep.
I can sense magic on the ring.
Yep. So I rolled a 24.
That just tells
Right,
you if it is magic, not what it does.
Well, I
Yeah,
can tell
but
you it's magic.
so the ring is a ring of featherfall.
Mm.
Could have used that before falling all over the other cap, but, you know.
It's fully charged, so it has 25 charges of featherfall. The scroll is a scroll of blur. The potion is an elixir of love.
Gross.
And the 2 pouches are dust of appearance. Give me a second. I'll if I'm assuming not that doesn't mean much to you guys, so
That reveals
give me a second.
invisibility, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Let me find the actual explanations for you guys. A powder appears to be very fine, light metallic dust. A single handful of the substance flung into the air coats objects with a 10-foot radius, making them visible even if they are invisible. Likewise, it negates the effects of blur and displacement. So it also reveals figments, mirror images, and projected images for what they are. So, for example, mirror image, things of that nature. Any object or any person that's coded in it has a minus 30 penalty on stealth checks, and the dust
Jesus.
lasts for 5 minutes.
Beauty.
So hang on, let me. I'm gonna just copy paste all this into Roll20 for you guys.
Sure, now that I write everything down.
Well, yeah. Give me a second. The elixir of love is a sweet tasting liquid that causes the character drinking it to become enamored with the first creature he or she sees after consuming the draft. As charm person, the drinker must be humanoid, a medium or smaller size, and there's a will save of 14 to negate. The charm wears off in 1d3 hours.
What does it have against tall people?
No, not tall so much as big.
Yeah.
So giants need love too.
Well, they don't get it. No love for them.
Otto has brief
Um,
thoughts about using that on his wife, but that seems cruel and unusual.
Blur, in case you need it, is a spell. It's a level 2 spell. Subject's outline appears blurred, shifting, and wavering. The distortion grants the subject concealment. It basically gives whoever's hitting you or trying to hit you a 20% chance to miss.
Okay.
And last but not least, hang on. Ring of Featherfall. Let me see if there's anything special to this. It's crafted. Nope. It's Featherfall exactly as a spell. Activated immediately if the it's active. Oh, that's nice. It's activated immediately if the wearer falls more than 5 feet,
Oh, nice.
and it does not have charges. It lasts forever.
Oh, so no charges. Okay.
hmm It is a permanent magical item.
So who wants to Rochambeau over that?
I don't want it.
I'm good. Y'all can have it.
Who I Arlen wouldn't mind having it because falling is not fun.
Who was the first person to jump into the hole?
Well,
Amelia?
Yeah.
is falling count as jumping? Because
Yes.
Amelia would be the first.
Amelia, you might want the ring.
There wasn't so much jumping involved there, but
But
Who did we have to
eventually,
go down the hole to save?
Okay, yes, we know. All right.
Will it protect you
So-
if you're just clumsy and you fall and trip?
That's not more than
As long
5
as you,
feet.
well, as long as you're 5 feet tall, right? Your
yeah.
head would just float down gently to the floor.
so are you guys rolling for it, or
I don't want it.
so it's between
I'm good. It's between
Arlen and Amelia?
I'm saving my DKP.
Yeah, both of you roll a d20, higher roll.
That's you.
What does that mean? You have to pick high or low.
No,
The
we're
GM can be bribed.
Didn't you say that we were both rolling a d20 and whoever gets the higher number wins?
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Pay attention.
I'm not paying attention. It's not.
Arlen gets a 13.
That's terribly unlucky.
Amelia gets a 15.
Nice.
Hey.
So the Ring of Featherfall goes to Amelia for now. One last thing that you find, not in the chest, but actually in the dresser. Other than just clothing, you don't find anything really of note there.
No tearaway
But
pants.
you find a collection of messages in a basically literally under his socks. These messages have, especially to Amelia, a familiar handwriting to them. These messages were written by Gadrian Lamb. They're very short, they're very simple. They are updates. It details the agreement between Dervargo and Gadrian to move Shiver. Gadrian would supply him the Shiver through pretty substantial cost on Dervargo's part, and Dervargo would resell the Shiver to his patrons. Their last message, the most recent message, Gadrian Lamb mentions that the shipments are going to stop for a few weeks as he is he is currently performing experiments in the Dead Warrens that are necessary to both of their survival. That's what the message says.
Wow, experiments in the Dead Warrens sounds pretty ominous.
Okay.
Otto says.
Well, Amelia will tuck those into her bag.
What are the Dead Warrens?
Everyone roll me a knowledge local check.
I gotta admit, I didn't see that coming.
You know?
Don't you mean you auto admit you didn't see that?
So Arlen rolls a 19.
Man, no fucking
Otto's like, I
reaction
know what
from
the dead
anyone.
warrens are. I heard of this one time.
Wow.
I know something.
He's like Captain America when he gets a reference. I know that reference.
Yeah, that's right.
Otto, especially Otto, Amelia as well. I mean, Arlen as well.
Definitely not Amelia.
Yeah.
The dead Warrens. The dead Warrens are a large crypt within the gray area, the gray grounds of Corvosa. So hang on, I'm going to move you guys over to the map real quick, just so you can kind of see
Awesome.
what I'm talking about here.
I totally want to go into a crypt. Let's go there. That sounds like a blast.
So if you go towards the bottom of your map, the Grey Warrens, once this map decides to not be all pixels, it is right around this area.
Where it says
Okay.
gray. I will zoom in
Mhm.
for our streaming peoples. Oh. Oh. I can't scroll left because my tax bar. Okay. Gray.
I thought you said tax bar. I'm like,
I did.
Yeah.
I have a speech.
he's just
impediment.
really excited about paying taxes, guys. He's got an app. He's got a
Tax bar,
bar.
yeah.
It's serious business. Yeah. So it's a large crypt, somewhere in this. Basically, this is a very large graveyard that is surrounded. Otto and Miri, you would know this. Surrounded by clerics who have an eternal vigil to put down any undead that arise. Because in the world of Pathfinder, graveyards are very dangerous places because the dead don't like to stay dead.
That sounds awesome.
Otto.
Yeah.
As Amelia finishes the letter and kind of Amelia, would you have read this out to them?
Yeah.
Okay. Your amulet starts feeding you emotions in the back of your mind. They're muted, but they're undeniable. Terror, anger, confusion.
Okay, something's wrong. Oh shit. There's still one room we haven't been in, isn't there? On the boat.
That's the
Not.
back.
Yeah, all this back there are boxes. I didn't read that. All this back there are boxes and crates used for repairs on the ship.
Oh, it's just cargo.
So
Okay.
decking, planking, things of that nature.
Okay, so
Okay,
Otto would be like,
so-
"There's something wrong at home. We need to get back there like as soon as
I
possible."
think I have a pretty good idea of what's wrong.
Yeah, bad guys.
Triana was convicted of murder for the murder of the king.
Or accused.
Accused.
Yeah.
She was accused of murder, and that's as good as, really. I'm
Yeah.
not sure what the judicial system is like in Corvosa. So she was convicted of his murder by poison. DeVargo had said that, and stop me if I'm wrong, they would find her soon. So that's probably what's going on. Is yeah, they probably just found her.
So we should hurry home.
Yeah.
Yep.
All in agreement?
Sure.
All in agreement, but oh god, I'm gonna have to deal with all these bodies later.
Am I able to swim? I think I would know this with the armor on him. Would I just like sink like a stone? I'm assuming a scale mail. I'd be SOL in water.
Do you have a swim skill?
I don't know.
Amelia does not have a swim
Yeah,
skill.
if you have no ranks in it, then no.
Amelia is not swimming.
I would say, like, if you had no armor whatsoever, I might let you roll it, untrained, because, everyone can flail their arms a bit. But
Yeah.
with armor, no, not a chance.
Yeah, I have a -3 to swim, probably because I'm covered in feathers.
Feathers, yeah.
Okay, I'm out. I'm like Otto's like running up the stairs to walk out the door, regardless of what's been barred or whatever. He's out.
I mean, are you telling us what's going on?
Oh yeah, I would mention we got to get back like now.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay.
Or I'm
as
going.
we go,
Fuck, let's go. I'm
As
going.
we go, I'm just going to tip over one of the stoves.
Oh my god.
Just a
Just
dick move.
one of
It's
them.
like when I tip over your stove. Yeah, fuck you, buddy.
All right. Okay. As you tip over the stove, as you guys begin to go, you start to see the floor of the ship catch on fire.
Yay, okay, goodbye.
And we're going.
Okay, I
Amelia
would have
just
ordinarily
proceed
prevented
walking
that,
out.
but I got bigger fish to fry.
Not with
Well, do
that
something
fire,
if
though.
that's going to fry.
All right, guys, give me a few minutes. I need to run to the little girl's room,
Yeah, me too, man. Good call.
and I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
BRB.
Okay, so did Otto immediately just like prevent Moira from doing that?
No, he said that he normally would, but he has bigger things on his mind right now, so no, he did
Gotcha.
not.
Okay, cool. So, my duty to these dead people is now complete, and I don't have to come back to this boat ever. We'll say it was self-sabotage. He did it to himself. Anyways.
Yes,
Okay.
the dead man did it to himself.
Probably to keep us from finding his shit, which we found anyways, but nobody needs to know that. I know he's very cute. We have a beta fish now, and he is very, very cute. He is sitting on top of his thermometer in his roomy 10-gallon tank.
Okay.
All right. Fish updates.
They have surprising amounts of personality.
Oh, well, luckily we're not that far from the orphanage. It should probably not take us that much time to get back.
We just have to, touch above speed walking.
Well, I think Otto's booking it.
Yeah.
So.
Sounds like I'm not the only one dying.
Jesus. Okay. I'm gonna go through this way.
Hello.
Hi.
What happened?
Greetings and salutations, everyone.
Is everything okay over there, or was that someone else?
What?
It sounded like someone was horking on
Not
the other end of somewhere.
me. My mic was muted.
That
Oh.
was me. Sorry. Tavish, she also is a little sick too.
Oh, you guys okay?
Is my sister okay?
Yeah, she's okay. Just not
All right.
feeling good. I'll be right back.
Okay. So, I really thought Erlen was in trouble when this session started. I did not expect her to pull out a flamethrower and burn a guy to death.
Yeah, that kind of took a real 180 from there's only one to shit, run,
Yeah,
go.
like I was like, they're already kind of like okay, we're done fighting, and then they're like, the tables have turned. Oh fuck.
No, they didn't turn. They definitely didn't turn. That was just the boat.
Well, and the bees. I mean, we can't forget the bees because basically by the end of that turn, there was half the number of men that were in that room.
That's true.
Yep.
That is absolutely true.
Hi, everyone who's watching. Not too many viewers tonight, but that's mainly because most people probably just weren't expecting it yet.
Okay.
So hi, everyone. Sorry, these will no longer be edited out, so you're gonna hear our breaks and everything. But that's the way it goes.
I'm back.
'Tis the way the cookie crumbles. Hello, welcome back, sir. I will say, I'm very proud of you guys. Well done. I don't like to pull back the cover too much, but the book does not expect you to engage in said fight and win so well. This is a very difficult fight for you guys, and you performed admirably.
Squeak,
Yay!
let's be honest. I'm pretty sure that's been the expectation for every single one of these fights.
Nope.
Really?
Nope. And this fight actually played out kind of how it should have. This was a tough fight. It wasn't Van Kasterkin again.
You mean
We
Like-
took damage, so
Yeah.
true?
No, but apparently the book seems to think that Van Kasterkin is a bit beyond most groups, and they might want to come back later to kill him. So
Kill Van
But you guys-
Kasterkin?
not Van Kasterkin,
So-
Devargo.
So, since we essentially killed a boss level character
Mm-hmm.
that we were supposed to kill way later, super early on, do we get like an extra bonus or something?
I don't know. Why don't you ask me again at the end of the session?
yeah, we'll discuss that when our friends are not in immediate danger and we are not in danger of being.
I think-
engulfed.
Well,
I
I
think-
didn't say that. I said ask me at the end of the session.
All right.
Yeah, I know what you said, and I said something different. So
Just wink,
Oh.
wink, nudge, nudge.
Yay.
All right, so we're heading back to the.
We are
orphanage.
all back, so okay.
how
Let's
long
jump right back
would
into
it
it.
take before the boat really starts to burn?
Oh, probably about 10 minutes or so.
Speed walking down the plane.
Okay, yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
All right.
Go
When you
Captain.
leave the boat, you guys emerge on the deck, and you find that not just Eel's End, but from what you can see, the city beyond, it looks like there is a full-blown riot going on, at least in Old Corvosa. You can't see the rest of the city, but there are mobs in the street. There are buildings on fire. It's not complete and total pandemonium, but it is definitely, the city's been in a state of unrest for quite some time, ever since the king died, but this is the worst you've ever seen it. Many of the people in Eel's End are basically GTFOing. They're getting out of there. No one seems to be interested in drinking and brothels and things of that nature. The streets themselves, as you leave Eel's End, with black smoke starting to seep up from the decks. As you leave,
Did we stealth our way into the crowd, or is anyone going to notice us?
no one's gonna know.
Otto is
Yeah.
not stealthing.
Yeah, Amelia's.
So I was
full
gonna say,
blown
so
right in.
nobody would know that like we burned the ship. If there's other buildings on fire, nobody would know. It would just blend in.
It's part of the riot. It happens.
As you guys start to make your way as quickly as you can towards the orphanage, you see that there are people, groups 5, 6 here, that are looting this place or yelling and shouting that at guards that place. You do see that there is a fair number of the Crimson Guard trying desperately to maintain order to varying levels of degree of success. Sorry. You also see Sable Company flying up above, also landing in certain places. Yeah, and from where they're flying and what you can see, it also looks like it might not just be old Kravosa. It seems like the town might be in an uproar at the moment.
Okay, yeah, we need to go home, stat.
Give me a second here.
And when Otto finds himself blocked by a crowd, he shouts, "Everybody move!" You know, stick in the
Thank you,
character.
Physic.
Yes.
Give me a second here. I'm trying to see something real quick before we continue. Where is it?
I don't know, but if you link me your GM book, I'm sure I could help you.
Ha ha! You're a clever man. No.
I almost had you there. I know it.
I was this close. I was sending you the link. Where is?
See, I knew I was going to prove myself wrong.
Huh?
Thank you for opening my big fat mouth with my conspiracy theories. Why Otto's child is terrified.
All right. In any case, it's fine. I'll look it up another way. So you guys begin hurrying through the streets. My apologies. You do see that the town is in a form of unrest. Most people tend to leave you alone. Maybe because you all look a bit bloodied and grumpy and full of armor and weapons.
Amelia's just covered in bite marks.
Arlen's got 3 long swords. Better not mess with her.
Four.
4 long swords. Holy shit. That's 2
Zorro
per
on
hand.
this.
Yep.
More like Goro.
And you start trying to make your way towards the orphanage. And for the love of God, sorry, I need to look up a name of a faction. I wrote everything down. Apparently, I did not write down flippin' name of this faction.
Oh,
I forgive you this once, Squee.
Sorry.
But don't let it happen again.
Okay. Poop.
I thought you just did that.
Nope. That was
that
number
was-
one.
That was quick. If it was a poop. Congrats.
I'm good. I'm clever like that. Okay, here we go. So sorry, there are 3 factions to this town, and I have for the life of me blanked the name of the other faction, and it's important because they are running around as well. The Death Knights, frack. I can't find them.
It's okay.
I think you've mentioned them to us before.
Yes, you have.
I have. Yes, you're all familiar with it, certainly. I just can't for the life of me find it, and it's driving me nuts now.
We'll call them the Death Knights for now.
Sure, okay, because I'm tired of delaying the game, so we'll call them the Death Knights for now.
Order of the
they
Nail,
march
the
around.
Hell Knights.
Yes, thank you, sir. You are my hero.
I can Google stuff with the best of them.
I am the most prepared GM ever. So you also see Hell Knights marching around the place, keeping order fairly brutally, as they are known to do. They are an order that is all about justice at extreme levels, meaning no mercy. If you're a criminal, you're a criminal. No shades of gray. So
DPS only, no healers.
and you see all this as you travel from Eels Inn. It takes you about, traveling briskly, probably a good 15 minutes to get from Eels Inn to the orphanage. Luckily, you live fairly close by. And when you get to the orphanage, you see the following scene in front of you.
It
Bear
better
with
not be
me,
fucking on fire.
because
I
this
just
takes-
fixed this goddamn house.
Bear with me, because this takes a bit of explaining. I know there'll be questions, but just bear with me. As you approach the house, you come across a scene that has spilled out of the orphanage. It looks like it's on the road. On the road in front of the orphanage, you see a group of 5 Hell Knights, a 6th Hell Knight on the ground with blood coming from what looks like maybe a neck wound. It is unmoving. They are facing a contingent of Crimson Guard, 2 of which are holding by the shoulders Flack, and 2 others are holding Toby. Toby looks angry, has his fur and is risen up on its hackles and is growling a weird kind of rat squeak. Flack just looks down at the ground, almost timidly or ashamed. You see on the ground in front of him a small saber that looks like it has saw teeth on it. Very strange looking saber with blood on it. You see Amelia's mom and Otto's wife and all the children kind of gathered at the door, the adults trying to keep them inside, the children looking worriedly. The Crimson Guards and the Death Knights are facing each other down, and at the front of the Crimson Guard is none other than Van Casterkin himself, in full uniform, with spear on his back and a bow in his hands, gently strung. And this
Dan Castrican,
is-
this is the guy we just dueled.
Mm-hmm.
No,
not Van Carlo.
Not V. This is the dude that I offered a job.
Yeah.
The dude that didn't realize that
Oh.
his lackeys were giving out Soylent
The
Green.
guy from the meat hut,
Yeah.
the
Mhm.
meat building.
I'm telling you, these names are gonna fuck us up.
I know.
I'm bad with names in the first place. They're all called Van. It's really difficult. Okay.
Yep.
That guy. Gotcha.
And this is the scene you come across when you arrive. And as you arrive, what you hear is one of the Death Knights very angrily,
Hell Knights.
"Give that little monster," sorry, the Hell Knights, "give that little monster to me for justice." And Van Carlo looks at him very calmly and very sternly, says, "He is under arrest and will face trial like the laws of the city demand. I will not bow to the Hell Knights. I will do my job." And with that, you arrive.
Do his job.
Oh,
I don't
dear.
get, is this guy suddenly with the guard again?
Yeah, he was supposed to be.
We'll question him later.
Yeah.
It looks like he's doing his job well. So I'm gonna let him do that. Weary is going to head straight for the children.
Mm.
Arlen's mom voice.
Arlen's gonna drop, all of the 15 sets of armor and swords and
I didn't just rob a bunch of people.
By the way, you are every single one of you are covered in someone's blood. Whether that be Ettercat blood, People's blood, Devargo's blood. You all look like you've been through a war at this moment.
To be fair, Amelia's mostly covered in her own blood, so.
And some
It's been
Ettercat
a
blood.
rough day,
Look,
all right.
I would also say and some Ettercat blood because his skull was smashed in violently. That has to splatter a bit.
That's true. That's fair.
So when you guys arrive, the conversations just kind of stop. Flack looks up at you, all of you, and then like his eyes widen in surprise for a bit, and then his face gets really sad and he looks down at the ground again. Van Casterkin looks incredibly surprised, like, what the hell? And you can't tell the Hell Knights, they're in full armor from head to toe.
Otto would immediately go try and find wife and child.
Yeah,
fuck the rest.
I think Otto and Weary, I think, are heading straight for the kids.
Yeah.
Amelia's gonna go over to the Knights or not to the Knights specifically, but to the Crimson Guard and Van Casterkin.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, did it. And
What did he have? What did he have
what's
with
going
his fucking attack? His like a +13 to his bow attack.
Something like that, yeah.
Okay, his name is now +13, and Van Carlo is B2B. Okay. Okay, we good? We good.
So Arlen's also going to ask, what's going on?
Van Casterkin like opens his mouth once or twice and he goes, just an altercation here.
This isn't just an altercation. What happened?
I don't think you should be here.
Weary will kind of step up front after kind of shepherding the children back inside. She'll whistle for Toby and point him inside as well.
No, Toby's being restrained by 2 of the Crimson Guard.
Okay. Really? Okay. Oh,
Mhm.
sorry, I must have missed that part.
It's okay.
She will kind of look at Flack and say, "I thought you were a coward."
He looks at Miri with very sad eyes and he says, struck Goldie. Struck her again and again. Couldn't stop myself.
Excuse me? What? Why?
That's not being a coward, Flack.
Amelia's eyes go wide and she looks at him and goes, "Where is she?"
Gave Goldie chance to run. And as he says that, the Hell Knight cuts him off. This dirty little monster let that traitor run. Are you the owner of this house? Did you harbor this traitor?
Did I ever find Anna and Lita so I can be involved in this?
Yeah, absolutely. They were at the Anna was actually one of the 2 only adults shepherding, holding the children back.
Right. You mentioned
So
that,
you
and
would-
Lita's okay
yeah.
too, right? So okay, so
Yep.
I can be involved.
She's
Good.
fine. She's just
Checking.
she looks terrified. Yeah.
Good. Okay, continue on. Sorry.
Wait, I don't understand. Why did Flack attack Goldie and who's a traitor?
Arlen, busy mouth. Be quiet. Moiri will step up and address the Hell Knights. This is my establishment.
Then you housed the traitor. And you hear Van Castigan say, alleged traitor. Just because she's been accused doesn't mean she's been convicted. That is not the Queen's right.
He speaks the truth.
The Hell Knight looks to you. Call it what you will. She is on the run. She is a fugitive. And that little monster just killed my friend. I demand he be handed over for swift and immediate justice.
That little monster is my friend. You will remove yourself.
You don't get to make demands. And like he starts to like unsheath his sword, and the Crimson Guards also start unsheathing their sword. And you hear, with far more resolve than you've heard before, Van Castigan say, "This is not your area. This is the Crimson Guard. You do not get to make demands." Situation looks very tense on all sides.
Your usurper queen gives you no rights here as far as I'm concerned.
Did you just call her a usurper queen in front of 2 factions of her own guard?
Oh,
Yes.
Otto, I'm going to kick your knees out from under you, you stupid motherfucker.
Please tell me that was in character.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
No.
but, like, me or
Her,
him.
sorry.
Yeah, I know Otto's in character. I mean, Miri.
She will kick his knees out from under him.
Just won't announce it.
Yeah.
She likes surprises.
Uh-huh.
Do I have to roll for that? I know. I've fought with him. I know where his knees are.
Wait, are you seriously trying to kick his knees out? Yeah, you're gonna have to
Yes.
roll for that. Yeah.
What do I have to roll for that?
Roll an attack. No, I'm sorry. That would be a combat maneuver. So roll your CMB, please. And what's your Otto? What's your CMD?
20.
Got it. So roll your CMB and get above 20.
Fuck off, Otto. Jesus. I'm just going to gently ding you in the shins.
If you can hit him.
Yeah, if you can.
Okay, hold on.
That should be an attack.
Lady, I'm working on it.
Yeah, if you
See,
keep
I'm
going
right
down,
there.
so yeah, your attacks.
Nope. You
Oh,
go.
it's
So
close
I would
enough.
say, yeah, you go to kick Otto in the shin, but it's like kicking a metal tree trunk.
Otto's confused about what you're doing. It's like, so is this a? Is that an agreement? I don't understand.
I do not require your input.
So it's not what. I'm talking to them, not you.
And I am talking to you. I do not require your input.
Enough of this. Hand it over now, or face the wrath of the Hell Knights.
It?
He
Ha-
points to Flack. That monster.
How many Crimson Guards versus Hell Knights are there?
There are 5 Hell Knights standing there. There are 4 Crimson Guard, including Van Castrican, but 2 of them are 3 of them are restraining Flack and Toby.
The Crimson Guard are restraining Flag and Toby?
Yep.
These Hell Knights, they're like full plate. Like, I'm assuming they're like pretty badass.
I am going to give you a picture right now, actually.
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm. Give me a second, because I just made it myself. No, I drew it. Drew it all myself.
In paint. Look at my circles. They're all red. I made red circles. Yeah.
I did it.
That
It's
arrow.
just like a
That
stick
arrow is their
figure with
longsword.
It's just a giant. It's a stick figure with a giant sword. Give me a second. Let me upload this.
I swear you've shown us a picture of these guys before.
It's possible. I don't have one on the. I may have shown you like outside of Roll20,
I don't remember this.
but I needed to remove some text. Real
Maybe
quick.
I saw a picture in the player's guide that you sent us.
That's probably it.
Because I know they mentioned these guys. I was like, Hell Knights, sweet. I
Here
want to
you
be
go.
a Hell Knight, except for now they sound like a bunch of dickheads. Oh yeah.
They all look like that.
And there's 5 of them. There's 4 Crimson
Mhm.
Guard, and there's
Mhm.
4 of us.
Correct.
And Fleck and Toby.
Now, in the few seconds that transpire next, is anyone going to try anything that does not involve pulling a weapon? As in, not courting conflict.
I mean, Weary will attempt diplomacy.
Sure.
That's kind of
I
what
will
she's
say,
been doing. I just haven't rolled.
sure.
for it.
Roll me a diplomacy check. Anyone who would like to aid
I-
her?
Would like to aid
Sure.
as well.
So, Arlen, you roll first. Get above a 10. Wow.
Amelia would like to.
Whoa.
Oh shit. Okay.
All right.
Roland
I will
rolled,
say it's not really a
natural 20.
rule, but I'll say, you know what? You add +3 to the diplomacy check instead of +2.
Okay. Well, I think we were fine anyways because I got a 21. With my +6.
Yeah. Okay. So that's a 24 total.
Sweet. I think we're good.
And
Anyways, Muri will turn to them and say, "Justice comes in many forms. Pursue it in the eyes of the law."
Well,
there's a moment of silence, and the Hell Knight says, "I'll pursue it now," and draws his sword. And we're gonna end the session there. You needed a 25. You got a 24.
Oh, are you fucking serious?
Yeah, these guys are super, super pissed. You were
Oh.
1 away.
Otto's
for
more than
fuck's
happy
sake.
because he doesn't like these people. They seem like dickheads. Let's fuck them up.
Next time on Crimson Throne.
Yay.
You know. Here's the thing: and I like it. The fact that you didn't show us a map or how this, like, where this combat was situated, or just show us some tokens of, basically here's going to be some combat, was like, oh, how's this supposed to go out here? It left
Mhm.
an ambiguous element to this, but I'm more than happy to fucking kill these guys.
Yeah, I there's a map pretty much ready to go, but it could have not played out this way.
And,
You know what I
and
mean?
See, well,
So-
here I'm giving you props for not showing us that map.
Yeah.
Yet.
Mhm.
Good call. I like that. I'm gonna
Yeah.
note taken in my imaginary notebook.
So, yeah, next session.
Well, guess who made a really good decision with Van Casterkin, and no one gets to give me shit for it anymore.
And yes, I know it's confusing. Be sure to ask questions later, because yes, I know. Last time you left him, he was in a jail cell.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I thought we like gave him a job. Okay, yeah, I
He
remember
had,
now.
he had,
Right,
I
right.
offered
Then he went to
him
the jail
a
cell
job
when he came
after
out.
prison. Yeah,
Well, he probably
if I-
agreed to rejoin the guard under certain circumstances. And they sent him out
under
on assignment.
duress.
Yeah.
Yeah, things do seem a bit crazy right now. So
Hey, whatever happened to the Drake? Did he follow us?
he's as far as I know, unless someone else wanted to, he's still with
Murray.
Murray. Yeah, he's with you
still in
guys.
Poncho.
He has pledged himself to you for the next year, and kind of to the point where he's not taking no for an answer because now he owes you a great debt.
Okay.
And if Amelia decides that you want a familiar, and again, Amelia, you would want to look into it because it is something that you would have to devote time
do
or
stuff
things
for,
feats
yeah.
to. But instead of it for a year, they would just become your
Man.
familiar permanently.
People invading my home pisses me off.
By the
A
way, while you don't get a chance to fully rest right now, welcome to level 4.
Hey.
I get some level 2 spells now. I don't even know what my level 2 spells are, but they're gonna be awesome.
So here's how this is
Probably.
going to work. Here's how this is going to work. Any new spells that you would get from level 4, you get immediately. Any bonuses to attack, defense, willpower, reflex, etc., AC,
Our rage has fueled our spells.
you get immediately.
Awesome.
What you do not get immediately are any spent spell slots or hit points.
Okay.
Those remain the same until
So-
your next full rest.
So if I
So what you're
gain
saying
8 hit
is
points,
this
they're
is how
empty
Amelia
hit points.
dies.
No, this is saying Moiri is going to have to pump out 4 channel energies in quick succession.
No, but to answer the question, no. Like if you gained 8 hit points in this level up, you would just add 8 to whatever your current
Okay,
total is.
so
You
I
don't
gain
get all your.
I gain the bonus, but I don't actually like full up.
Oh wait,
don't heal.
no. I'm sorry, that's not how it works. Sorry, you don't get your extra hit points until your next full rest. So you maintain your current hit points. It's not like
my
you
max goes up, but my current doesn't.
exactly.
Okay.
Perfect. Yes.
You
So
feel
and
smarter, but
that
more
does mean that
tired
if
all
you
of a
get
sudden.
healed, you can get healed up to your new maximum.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Well,
okay. That's
this
what
makes
I'm for.
sense because picking a fight with a bunch of Hell Knights would be totally up the God of Battles, alley. So gaining new
Yeah.
spells to whoop their asses with makes perfect sense to me.
I'm gonna let you know, guys, right now. Amelia looks incredibly shell-shocked and kind of like she's about to puke.
Just pretend they're
Yes.
spiders.
Yeah.
Amelia definitely picked up on what Flax said.
Wait, what did Flax say?
Yeah.
Flax said they struck Goldie. They struck her again and again, and he couldn't help himself.
They
Oh.
beat the shit out of her sister, and now
Yeah, they-
she's on the
They
run.
beat Trinia, and God knows where she is now.
Oh, wait. They hit Goldie, not he hit Goldie.
Yeah.
No,
Oh, you were
yeah,
confused
The Hell
about that?
Knights, yeah.
I kind of piece it together because Flack's not going to hit Goldie. That would just be totally weird.
Yeah, so Flack
what the
attacked
heck?
them out of retaliation.
Flack just went into a berserk
which
goblin
is
rage. He's
why
just like,
Mary was
ah!
telling him, yeah,
Flack apparently killed one of them.
yeah,
'Cause
which
there
is
is a
why
dead
Mary was
Hell Knight
telling
on
him
the
that
group,
was not a cowardly act.
Yep.
That makes so much more sense. I'm like, why the hell would Flack hit Trinia? Like, I don't understand.
Which I do want to point out
'Cause his rat was
because it's
hungry.
hard. It's sometimes hard in the theater of the mind. Flack's about 2.5 feet tall. These Hell Knights are
Itty
fully
bitty.
plated humanoids. Yeah. So
Power of
so-
friendship and boiling rage.
What you're saying is that Flack has inner bigness.
I'm
And
saying
it's
that
gyro
Flack killed someone who is not a pushover. That's all I'm saying.
So, okay, yeah.
We're entering a real brouhaha next session because
Mhm.
there's like 12 guys involved in this
God,
fight,
just
or like
one
14.
after a fucking another. Now I've got to bury this guy on my front lawn.
And Amelia's got 8 hit points.
Hey, these
Kids
guys,
help!
Hey, we can
Kids
heal
help
you.
Aunt Mary bury the corpses.
Wow.
I was
bury
gonna
them
he-
with final rites so they don't come back as zombies.
I was gonna heal you, Amelia, and then Squee was all like, "Oh, then your daughter." And it's like, okay, well, I can't. So it's Squee's fault.
Yeah, and I would have, but I really wanted to kick over the stove.
So I get to blame God. Got it.
That's
Well,
how most people deal
You
with their
can
problems. is
always
blaming
blame
God.
God. Yeah,
You
it's just
also
the question
have
if God hears you or not.
Well, also
Or-
you have a pot of cure light wounds, Amelia.
Oh shit, that's right.
And you guys have that cool health potion from Timur. Oh no, wait.
We have a dragon that knows that spell. Hey, what if he could become your familiar and do that for you all the time?
and a cure moderate wounds.
Battle.
I have a question.
I have a response. Maybe not an answer, but definitely a response.
So Arlen would have like when she saw like the leather armor, like better than what she had.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
If you don't mind it smelling a bit, you can certainly wear it. You would have had time. Definitely.
Okay.
You smell
Because-
like a pirate.
Because here's the thing. Here's the thing. In between the end of the fight and when Otto got those sensations, there had to have been at least 15 minutes. So because you explored the whole bottom of the ship, you went through the
No, no,
chest.
no.
So
What she was doing is, as we're like speed walking down
She's
the
just
road,
rapidly
she's just
changing clothes.
stripping and
You
changing
will
into the new
notice-
You put his
leather.
pants
Arlen.
on. You put his pants on.
yeah.
Alright.
Arliss, you will notice that when you start to put the leather armor on, it's obviously way too big for you. Durago was a big guy, but as you put it on, it begins to shrink to be a perfect fit.
Oh, that's
I have a
awesome.
quick-
But I just was concerned about like the +1.
Oh, that's right. He
issue.
looked like a really buff Elijah Wood. For some reason, I was really
Mhm.
picturing him as a twink.
This is Durvarga right here.
I know. I remember the picture of him now, and he was
Yeah.
really like a ripped Frodo. But
That's
Oh.
to you.
All these
Okay,
Hell Knights
fine,
have
that
swords, or
No, a few of them have axes.
axes. Damn
yeah,
it!
but we have like 5 swords now.
No, I want a damn pole weapon with reach, a pike or whatever, a lance. I don't know what it is.
Van Casterkin has a spear.
That doesn't have reach. I looked. I would have taken it.
It's in the house.
That's true. It's true.
I need a
Okay, so
pike or
we're
something.
I
done.
have,
and we should-
I have all of his crap in my house. I took it.
Yeah, but the spear doesn't have reach.
Yeah,
Oh.
the spear doesn't have reach. I didn't
Well,
want the
I have
spear.
his like masterwork bow or whatever. If it's better
don't
than
care.
what he's got.
My
Hey, guys.
dexterity is like. Anyway, I want to.
I'm talking
Freaking
about
reach
plus
weapon.
13. All right, I want to give him the best armory I can.
But real quick to answer our Sib's question. So it's leather armor. It would add +1 to your AC.
Okay. And then the masterwork crossbow.
Mm-hmm.
What is a
Plus-
hand?
A hand crossbow is a small crossbow that looks kind of like a pistol and a crossbow had a kid.
It's like the Demon Hunter from Diablo 3.
Mm-hmm.
Is this one that you have to crank to reload?
No, it's actually very small. It's like you just kind of pull it back real quick, and it's literally think a pistol with a crossbow string on it.
It's a one-handed crossbow.
Exactly. It doesn't do a lot of damage, but it's fast and easy to hold. And Sib, to let you know, so this is basically leather that's a +3 instead of a +2.
What? Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. For that.
And it does have the element of it's magical, which can matter sometimes.
Remind me, what's Masterwork mean?
Masterwork
Stats?
weapons give you a +1 to your attack roll.
Oh, they had +1. attack. Okay.
Masterwork armor acts as one armor class lighter for when it comes to armor check
Proficiencies.
penalties, arcane spell failures, that kind of thing.
Gotcha.
But yeah, for weapons, it adds 1 to your attack roll, not your damage, but
And
your
it
attack
doesn't count as a magical weapon for immunities.
roll. Correct. All right, so next session, guys, go ahead and level your characters up to level 4. And like I said before, go ahead and find out what your hit points are, because if Muri starts throwing heals everywhere, you can heal up to that new maximum.
Hey, I can heal too.
That's
I'm
true.
not gonna, but I could.
I was gonna say it's true, but you usually anti-heal their heads with your mace, so I figured
Is that what we're calling it now?
that's what
I'm gonna anti-heal this guy.
He's the anti-paladin. Whap!
Yeah.
Wow.
Does this count as a fight I started if I made the roll and I was like 1 under?
No. If anything, I'd
You
say
know what?
this is a fight you failed to prevent.
Here's the thing. I gotta tell you guys something
That
honest.
makes me feel worse, Squeeze.
This was something before Squee mentioned any of this. You see my random roll 20 there that means nothing? I was like,
Yeah,
all
that
right,
was an 8.
if I roll under 5, Otto's gonna fucking try and kill these guys.
Oh wow!
And you rolled a 3.
And I rolled a 3. And I was like,
Um,
how do I break it to these guys that I'm gonna fucking kill these guys?
I will say I was very impressed, because the simple truth was, these guys, they want blood, and they would be very, very hard to talk down, and you almost did it.
I got him to consider the possibility and then
Yeah.
decide that he really didn't care.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's all you can do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will get you guys the stats of Majenko as well. He's
Okay.
not really a combatant, but
If
okay.
he can
Here's the way
heal.
I would handle. Here's the way I would handle Majenko, because we have enough to keep track of as it is, and I, as a GM, would have to control him.
Oh God, it's all our NPCs in one place.
Yeah.
All our friends.
I would say.
Well, except for
No, you know what? Here's what I'm gonna do, Amelia, or really anyone. We will treat him as a familiar when it comes to your control of him. I.e., unless you actually make him a familiar, you won't get the benefits from it, the stat wise and all that. But you guys can control him as if he were a familiar.
So he's like a pet.
Exactly.
So would he be a little bit like the bees? Where you're
Yes,
just like,
he would
go
be.
there, do
Yeah.
that?
So the fun thing is that typically speaking, familiars absolutely can act like the bees and all that. Many wizards and sorcerers never use their familiars to fight, because if the familiar dies, it's really, really bad for them.
Really, really
But-
bad for them.
But that doesn't mean none of them do. And like I said, until he becomes your familiar, you don't have to suffer those negative penalties.
So we just suffer emotional consequences if he dies.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm
But like
not-
if you
I'm not
if
emotionally
an
attached,
actual
so.
Yeah, like familiars are great, because they add, like, I think they add to your magic, they add to your skills. But if your familiar dies, you like permanently lose 1 intelligence or something like that, like permanently.
Isn't it hit points? Don't you lose?
Yeah,
hit
it might
points?
be. Yeah, it's hit points. It's hit points. Yeah, you permanently lose hit points.
Yeah,
So
it's brutal.
it's like they become a part of you. Yeah. So, but for this purposes, because to keep it simple, and because he has already demonstrated that he can fight, I will let you guys as a party treat him as a familiar in those terms.
Okay.
All right. If there are any questions, of course, about leveling up to 4, you guys can ask me at any point in the next 2 weeks. Arlen, unfortunately, of course, because of your class, even though you could get new abilities, you will need time to build them.
Yeah.
SOL.
Arlen whips out tools and in the flash of inspiration
Cover
builds
me,
something
guys!
right there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a bomb.
Oh, how does like applying
Are we still streaming?
Yes.
uh
Until somebody tells me to stop, pretty much.
We can go ahead and stop. Yeah, we'll say bye for the night, everyone. So thanks for coming. Thanks for coming to our first stream. And for those of you guys watching this on YouTube, thanks for watching this episode as well.
On
And we will be doing this, so we'll be streaming every other Friday. It's a bi-weekly show, so it'll be every other Friday, right around 8:30-ish p.m. Central Time. So right around there. I'm coming home from work. Laura and the others are coming home from work, so it's never an exact time. But when is it ever? So, but yeah, join us if you can. It's always fun to have you guys around. If not, just keep watching and have fun. If you guys are listening to this on the podcast, we aren't going to stop uploading them on the podcast. So we love you guys too.
Night, y'all.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye. Stopped.